Hey, figure that out.
Hey.
That was a good countdown. Thank you. Hey guys, welcome to Dungeon World. I am not Shawn Graham, despite what it probably says right here.
No, we changed it.
Oh, we changed it. Good. Apparently, I'd known that I was going to be DMing this for about a week, but Shawn didn't tell anyone till today.
No one else.
And didn't tell anyone involved in the production side at all until I showed up. And Sax said, "What are you doing here?" It's like,
We're all disappointed. Oh, it's tough.
yeah, it's going to be fun though, guys. We're here. We're going to be playing some Dungeon World in the Dark Sun campaign. If you don't know, Dark Sun's kind of like Mad Max meets D&D. And Dungeon World is kind of like Dungeons and Dragons, but a little more simplified, a little bit more storytelling. I think we can start off by just going around this way, so we get all our usual players and get to our new special guests, and just introduce yourself and who you're playing today.
Okay, hi, my name is Jordan Pridgeon, and I am playing Gideon Longfellow, who is a human bombardier, who's basically just a pretty violent anarchist in a lot of ways. Just really, really anti-authority. Just really loves like making and creating explosives of all sorts, and just really, really has like a pathological dislike of authority of any sort. And I am, I have pissed off the government of the Free City of Tyr.
Just a little. Hi, I'm Scott. I'm playing Pithka the Blind. I'm really good at telling the future and fighting with psionic powers, and kind of a little bit of a hermit. So, yeah. I don't know what else there is to say.
We're like 100% of a hermit, right?
Like 100% a hermit. Like that's.
He's forced to be out in the world with us, but he really wants to just be in a cave in the wilderness,
Exactly.
eating unseasoned gruel.
Eating so much unseasoned gruel.
Is it me now?
Yeah.
Yep.
All right. Hi guys. I'm Tenna Lee Boone. I'm actually Kelsey Osbourne, but I'll be playing Tenna Lee Boone. Super into character already. And I'm a mule fighter, which is a half dwarf. She's a little bit off of her rocker, tends to use improvised weapons instead of the fancy sword that she has. And she really loves eggs.
Hi, I'm Darrel Haynes, and I'm playing Oswald Torgen. I am a psychic warrior, half giant. Is it on? It is on.
It's kind of pointed weird.
Yeah, because this is not good. Okay, mic troubles.
There we go, now I gotcha.
Everything is bad.
Okay, yeah. That's.
No.
Is there a way to make that stay?
No.
Oh.
You're doing so bad right now.
I can do it myself, Mom. God.
All right, is that good?
No, I still didn't get it. I'm not doing good either.
This is compelling.
Yeah.
I know, this is compelling television right here.
Is anybody timing this?
No, this is great. I didn't plan anything.
Yeah.
Cool. I was really hoping we would struggle with Mike for the first.
And there we Okay, I'm just gonna put that right there. All right, we good?
Darrel!
Yeah, you're better.
Okay. Hopefully you can hear me most of the time.
That's silly looking, Darrel.
Yeah, but it's the only way it's the only way it won't fall over.
Okay. Osvald Torgen, half giant psychic warrior. And yeah, I'm big, I'm dumb.
I'm dumb.
All magic is bad except druidic magic because I saw the spirit of Baba-Ba-E tell me that druidic magic's good. So that's where we're at.
You know all about it.
I know all about it.
My turn?
Yep.
Hi, I'm Max Crandall, and I'll be playing Haki Stoneskin. I'm the law here in Tyr. I'm the sheriff. I run the town. I don't want any of you young upstarts causing any trouble.
I'm kind of wondering how we're going to mesh.
It's going to be interesting.
I'm a mule,
Oh.
and I'm a battle mind. So I use psionic powers to create my, make my skin basically like stone, and then I tend to punch things with my stone fists.
Your scone fist?
Well, the rest of my body becomes
my
stone, and my fists become scones.
And then you eat them
But
to
like,
carb-load
but like
before the
3-day-old
But
stuff.
yeah, you've eaten an old scone before.
Oh, yeah.
Right? They cut your mouth like
It's like
to shit.
Yeah.
Then whenever you like try and drink something a little like acidic or whatever,
It
you're just
hurts.
like, oh,
And that's what they call hockey's
Haki
revenge.
got me.
Yeah.
I'm not really sure where we are in the story. I mean,
You haven't been watching
of course I have.
every show.
Yeah, but I mean, I used to be friends with the Sorcerer King. I don't know what our relationship is now, but I imagine it's probably not very good.
Well,
I think we've run
we
into
have
you
run into
once
Yeah, we
before.
were.
Oh, okay, cool.
yeah. Well,
out in that
cool,
little side town of Tyr. I don't
Yeah.
remember what we called it.
What's
Silver Springs.
Silver Spring.
Silver Springs.
Which is
Sure.
funny that you mentioned that. So last week, well, we'll go back even further. So the party found themselves at Tyr. They adventured for Tyr a few times and actually worked with the Sorcerer King Yenin a little bit. And after one of these adventures, the Sorcerer King, being the generous man he was, built statues to each one of these adventurers to show them his appreciation for their work and let the people know that they are true champions.
The Sorcerer King loves building statues.
Yeah.
He's really big on it.
Then that night, not but a few hours later, somebody exploded all these statues. Now, there was
But why?
Fuck the police.
We've been,
That wasn't the police. It was a statue was built in your likeness.
He's using us in his propaganda machine.
we've also been funding subversive art in
Okay.
the city.
yeah. So there was a massive explosion that detonated a lot of these statues. And Gideon Longfellow, being a man of explosive means, fled the city.
I fled into the tunnels.
Fled into the tunnels and was spirited out by the Veiled Alliance, which is the Veiled Alliance used to be a
Okay, yeah.
yeah,
continue.
the Veiled Alliance fights against Sorcerer Kings, but many of their people have become part of Yenin and his new order. But there is still now a new Veiled Alliance that Gideon is a part of that is fighting against Yenin and all the other Sorcerer Kings. And he was whisked away, but as he was whisked away, he was actually captured by a wizard and experimented on. The party went into this undead crypt with the expressed with the intent of rescuing Gideon, but also maybe not unleashing anything terrible from this evil crypt. So they rescued Gideon. So they got the first part at least.
But yeah, that little beagle.
How'd the other half work?
Failed side quest. Don't release unending horrors.
So what they ended up doing was it's hard to gauge how long ago because people don't keep records in Athos anymore, but long ago, the first group of Sorcerer Kings, known as the Champions, all ruled, and they had cities and stuff. And this tomb happened to hold the spirits of them. And the party has unleashed the spirits of all these long-dead champions back upon this world.
Although no one in the party currently realizes that happened exactly. Because the only one who really knew was Grod Grodson, who was a shaman who joined the group to help them get the one thing. And then he sacrificed himself to bring Gideon back to life at the end of the last one.
He also destroyed the seals holding the undead in, and did a
Right.
ceremony
he didn't
to raise them.
He didn't believe that chaining spirits in was ethical.
Yeah. So it's been a couple of days. Gideon is starting to get back on his feet from being literally dead and now alive again. The four of you are currently in Silver Springs, sort of laying low, because while it's nice to have Gideon back, you're not entirely certain you want to take him back to the legendary free city of Tyr, where he is possibly a wanted man.
Yeah.
But you fled before any suspicion was thrust upon you.
I think as soon as things exploded,
He
suspicion
exploded
was
and
on
ran
him.
immediately,
Yeah.
and
exploded.
the Sorcerer
Run.
King stated that it was an attack from another city.
Yeah, I mean, you're not the only person with bombs in the world, right?
No.
There's probably 4 of them.
And I think if I'm going after suspects of people who blew up statues, I don't know if I'd go immediately to the guy whose statue it was. But I could be wrong.
And this is why you make such an effective sheriff.
So you guys are laying low, and after a couple of days, your contact in the Veiled Alliance, Amara Dusk, shows up to you and says, "Gideon, it's great to have you back. We apologize for what you had to go through."
Well, you know, every now and then you get sacrificed to some sort of crazy demon ritual and you come back. That's just like, that's part of the trade.
Our network of spies is not what it once was, so we apologize. Here's the thing. We've heard whispers and then shouts and then just... while you were there, did you unleash things?
What?
Well,
What exactly do you mean by
we.
unleash?
Yeah.
Well,
So
There,
I divined that we were in the tomb of the Sorcerer Kings. And the shaman that was with us tried to summon them for help.
yeah, he was doing weird stuff.
yeah.
We could ask him, but he died.
Oh,
From my
yeah.
perspective, I was tied to a block with a dagger in my chest.
All the way through.
Yeah. So I don't think I summoned anything.
okay. That's fair. That's fair.
But
I
someone
don't-
else could have summoned something via the dagger in
You're
my
right.
chest.
I do not blame. Like I understand. It's and obviously if what you're saying is true, then I'm not here to blame. What I'm
Were they like dead spirits? Are they dead?
yes.
The guy.
He could talk to dead people just like me, and I didn't do it, so it must have been him.
Yeah.
He was talking to him a lot.
Yeah.
Okay. Blame is not. We're
It
beyond
was
blame.
all
All of him.
We're
It's
beyond.
all his fault.
All right, but
We could punish him, but
Yeah.
he's already dead.
we get
We
blame's not the
killed
thing,
him
but
for-
like,
Yeah. Okay.
let's attribute blame where it's
Yeah.
needed.
That was on me. I told Grog to go with you. You're right. We all share in that. That's fine.
your spies killed one of our guys and then unleashed untold horrors into the world is what I'm understanding from
Not
you.
good
okay.
leadership skills.
Yes, you're right. We'll look into this. So, I don't know how much you people know about the champions of Athos.
Oh, that sounds familiar, sort of.
Yes. They were basically the precursors to the Sorcerer Kings, and their spirits are now free to roam around, and we need people to take care of that. And that's why I'm here today, to ask for your help again, because there's in ruins not too far from here, just a short journey from here, one of these spirits has taken up refuge in these ruins, and we would like you to deal with it if you can.
I guess it's the least we can do, right?
Yeah.
Now, I know I haven't always given you the best help, and we did put up some feelers for adventurers that wanted to join you, and I'm sorry to have to. We did get one person who was interested in helping you on this quest, but Gideon, you might not enjoy this. It's the Sheriff of Tyr.
What else you got?
Not much else at this point. He is an incredible fighter. I promise you, he will not disappoint you. But he is essentially all I can send with you at this point.
All right.
Okay.
Fine.
So
I'm going to go by an assumed name for this journey, instead of just using my name with the head of the police force
Gonna
of
use an
the
alias?
city that I'm almost definitely wanted in,
That's-
to an extent.
that's a very, very smart, pragmatic approach to take. So Max, I will ask you this question, and there is no wrong answer. Why do you think Haki, who is the Sorcerer King's basically right-hand man, sheriff, has been known to be friends with Yenin for a very long time. Why would he take up an adventure like this to stop this undead, basically prison soul of a long dead sorcerer king. What is his motivation behind this, do you think?
Well, I have to think that my role as like the sheriff of Tyr has become less and less important. I imagine that Yendon is a bit of an autocrat or a dictator. So I imagine that this might be an opportunity for me to actually do something that is probably appealing to my character instead of, just sitting around on his laurels being whatever lazy sheriff I'm sure I've become.
Checking every third wagon in the caravan.
Right, yeah.
Okay, so Amara tells you all to wait, and then after about an hour comes back and shows, and you see Haki Stoneskin walk in with her, and she introduces you to Haki. She's like, "This is Haki. He will be accompanying you on this journey."
I've seen you before.
Miles Farley, good to meet you.
Hi, Miles. Haki, it's good to meet you too.
Oswald Torgen.
Torgen, you're a big boy, aren't you?
Yeah.
All right. Well,
Are you looking at me now?
I am.
I'm Pithka the Blind.
Oh, wow. I am very rude. My apologies, Pithka.
Tenna Boone. It's been a while since I've seen another mule around these parts.
Yeah, well, we don't get treated very well in most parts.
That is so true.
I mean, you were treated better than the horrible slave abuse that your
Yeah,
owners.
I would really like to not talk about that.
Okay, so after you guys,
It's still super raw, Miles.
yeah.
Yeah, well,
That's your name, right?
Right. She got it. That's good. That's a good.
you nailed it.
All right.
Pivot.
So you guys introduce each other, maybe share a drink, whatever it is, and then Amara tells you there is a ruined city named, and I'm gonna fuck this up because I don't understand any of these names. Gaustanal, Giustenal.
Giust.
Is it like Guistano?
Guistanal.
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 Guistano!
It's an ancient city.
It's very guttural.
And Amara has a map for you of some of the basic layout of the city and its ruins, because they're despite, I mean, for being a ruined city, it's actually fairly well documented. People have been there before. She says, we believe that the spirit is Dagoth or Dargoth.
Well, which is it, Amara, Dagoth, or Dargoth?
Listen, the texts have been translated from multiple languages. You can't translate it from one to the other. You got to translate.
Curious is what you've got written on that paper.
Okay.
Just out of character but relevant, do you read? Are you?
No, I am not literate.
All right.
Not at all.
Yeah.
No.
So
So you're still better than everybody else.
Still the only literate one.
we'll just call him Dragoth. Okay, is that fine? Dragoth.
All right,
Dragoth.
Amara, I just don't want to show up to an ancient deity and get his name
Mispronounce
wrong.
his name.
Okay. Well,
You're right. That would be
Radly
embarrassing.
really
You can't have your first conversation be a name correction
Right.
session.
That's just starting off on the wrong foot.
Well, Dragoth was the Ravager of Giants. A lot of the champions decided they would start wars, which were essentially genocides. If you ever noticed how there aren't that many kinds of people, that's because of the champions. They all chose a race and decided they wanted to destroy them. Now, Dragoth was not successful in destroying all the giants, but there are many races that don't exist anymore because of these champions.
Like what?
The stories aren't that well out of game. You guys have met orcs Haki's met orcs and met orcs before, so
Gnomes are
gnomes are
right?
extinct.
Pixies.
Yeah, pixies, all that stuff.
All the good stuff.
Yeah,
Could spout lore. Come up with a
Yeah.
race.
yeah, you can. Totally.
Also.
Oh, Greys, the aliens.
That's gonna be a 7 alligator people.
Yeah, yeah, exactly.
That
What
was
are they?
rough.
But what are
That
they
was a
called?
sad day.
They're
That
now
was a sad
sort of
day.
related to Saurons. Which
Yeah,
is-
it's kind of sort
Yeah.
It was a little bit of inbreeding.
There was,
sort
like,
of preserved them.
You realize that one of the champions tried to get rid of the alligator people and couldn't realize in his last breath that he couldn't, so he used magic to transform them all to Solrons or whatever.
It was like close enough.
Yeah. So now
Well,
they,
there aren't alligator people
That's
anymore.
true.
Yeah, yeah.
Technically succeeded.
It's true.
he mutated them
Everybody
all
loves
into,
a technical success.
into pterodactyl people because he couldn't destroy them. So Dragoth did not succeed in wiping out all giants, but certainly is remembered for trying to do so, and had his great city.
He's still Giant Hitler.
Yeah. Yeah. He's like the Hitler of giants. But his spirit has traveled back to his home city, and we don't know exactly what he wants to do. I assume,
Kill giant.
yeah, kill giants, get revenge on the world, become corporeal. I don't know. But none of it's good, and we need somebody to go out and stop him.
Yeah, since we're fighting spirits, you don't happen to have another guy who can see spirits, do you?
It's okay. I can see.
Oswald
Sure
can do
you
it.
can, Osvald. I'm just saying someone who's like, who's specialist in that.
Oh,
you're
yeah.
jack all trades, buddy.
Well, I had a
Yeah.
specialist, and I sent him with you, and then you let him kill
We
himself
didn't
so that
let
you can.
him-
I didn't do
I
anything.
mean, he was pretty independently active.
Both
Yeah.
Tenna and I did volunteer our lives.
Right.
You know,
To be fair, that happened.
Seeing spirits
Simultaneously.
is not a very common thing. In fact, I don't know of anyone. I've not heard of anyone besides Grawl who has done it. I've not.
I can hear them. Is what I can do.
Okay.
I just have to concentrate for about 2 minutes.
Oh yeah, he totally
and
can.
and then I'll hear them. Yes.
No, her.
Oh, you. Oh.
Yeah, is it not picking me
I
up?
think you're slipping. I think it's.
Do I
taking a
need?
trip.
No.
So if we get
Saucy little
stuck,
microphone.
When Oswald is saying he can hear spirits, I kind of like fist up. No.
So if we get stuck, I can just concentrate for a couple of minutes, and I'll be able to hear where the spirits are coming from, and maybe they'll even say things to us.
Yeah.
Don't worry, little young bloods. I'll take care of you all.
Yeah. Haki, I'm very confident that Haki will be able to help you through this. He is. I was around for the great battle of Tyr and saw what Haki did. So I know he is capable of fighting with you and will certainly help you along the way.
We're all just excited to have one of the boys in blue on our
You don't-
team.
You don't use magic, do you?
Nope.
Good.
Only psionics.
Me too. You shouldn't
They're
ever
the
use
best of
magic unless
friends.
it's druidic magic. Because
Like
that's a good
earth
magic.
magic.
Yeah, it's a good magic.
Well, I know all too well the dangers of using magic. A lonely tear.
You're like Iron Eyes Cody. It's like someone litters and you cry.
Yeah.
Someone uses
Yeah.
defiling magic and you're just like,
So I can give you maps to get to Guestanel. We'll just say that's it until I change my mind and can't remember how I pronounce it. And then a sort of rough layout of the city. One thing I haven't mentioned, the reason why it's only going to be a rough layout is that this city is somewhat overrun with undead Dre.
The before or after this whole thing happened?
Like now. Like it's kind of always.
Are we even saving a city, or I mean, is
You're not-
everybody there already
it
dead?
seems like it's a
Every-
ruin of a city, right?
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
definitely ruins. This city has been dead for millennia. It's
Gotcha.
just we don't like the idea of a champion of Athos out and about, free to do.
Even
But-
gathering power in a dead ruin of a city.
But
would
he
like-
hasn't actually done anything yet.
Not yet, but I would really we would all appreciate.
Generally, before I go arrest somebody, I need to commit a crime.
Well, he did commit genocide among.
Works for me.
So.
Among the giants, he would kill me.
Yeah.
He killed me.
I
You
won't-
can't let him do that.
I,
No.
I won't stand for
I'm not
that.
gonna stand for it. He killed me.
Hey, that's enough for me.
We're on board.
All right.
And what are Dre?
They're
Also, side note, what are we talking about?
Dre are what they call
Wait.
Dragonborn. in this-
Oh, okay.
Did you forget about Dre?
Yeah.
God.
Dre?
All these days,
I'm glad you
everybody
asked
goes
because
around.
I also did not know what that was.
Can't believe you forgot about Dre, man.
I mean, Pithka's holding a sword from the Great Dre. What is it? Sizlak the Great?
I think so.
Yeah.
Wow.
Oh, really? You
Yeah.
got Sizlak's sword?
Yeah.
That's funny. That's funny.
Did I miss that?
No, I picked it up from that caravan in Silver Springs earlier.
Right.
So,
Another tear goes down this eye.
all right. So,
Sizlak is dead.
yeah, he died. He did not survive the Battle of Tyr, unfortunately. As many didn't. Yenen did. Yenen fucking just kicked
yeah.
ass.
Yenen
Yeah,
did.
go.
Can I bring up the conflict of interest?
Yeah,
GM
having
us, by the way.
Yenin DM. Having the Sorcerer King himself DM the game.
I will be the judge and prosecutor for this case.
And the jury.
Honestly, if I wanted to GM like so much earlier in the campaign when you guys were in Tyr, and I could do that and it'd be like forcing you guys to work for me. And now it's a lot harder. So you guys have your mission. Is there anything you want to do before you start to head out?
I would like to try to meditate and see if spirits leave any sort of residue in the way.
Okay.
Any psionic energy that we could, since none of us can see spirits.
All right.
So this would be true divination.
Ooh.
Which, if you want to.
4.
You see that it's. You feel like you feel a just a clear path of where this guy would go, and going forward, like it's sort of like a compass. But as you get to the city, you feel like you will be able to navigate them to like where the path this guy went on, and know exactly where you're going at any given point.
Sweet.
Is there anyone around that's like claims themselves to be a spiritual specialist? Like they talk to dead people? Is there anybody like that?
That guy died.
Yeah, but I mean, is there?
lore.
I'm saying, is there like?
Spout lore.
Yeah, you can spout lore about that.
You're so good at it.
This is the first begrudging
Spout
lore
lore.
spout.
Oh!
All right.
What did you spout?
This time you're sure.
There's a woman that that reads palms and tells fortunes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You remember from just being around in the city, just outside of Silver Springs, there is a woman named Cecilia Karn, who fancies herself a psychic, a teller of fortunes, and has some way of communicating with spirits.
Okay.
So
I'm gonna go up and I guess knock on her door.
yeah, it's
She's
sort of
up-
a tent. It just
Oh, it's
kind
a
of
tent?
Yeah, just
I
sort of
knock on
out-
her tent.
Knock on the tent.
and then and she welcomes you in. She's like, come in.
Hi, Cecilia. Long time.
Haki.
Brought you some of that tea you like.
Oh, thank you. Thank you so much,
Cecilia.
Pithka. I foresaw you calling earlier.
Well, I first saw that you were gonna say that.
So they hooked up at some point?
That's the vibe I'm getting.
Oh, no! They hook up at some point in the future, and they both know it.
And she knows he doesn't call.
Yeah. At some point in the future, they hook up, and he does not come back, and she's still angry about it.
And this is how it all began.
Yeah.
This is the first time they've met.
Yeah.
It's you.
Oh my god, I love this. I have to write a sketch about that. Yeah.
So you, as you enter the tent, you see like there's like it's very dark, and there's like a couple of candles and some incense burning, so it's a little like smoky and stuff. And there's just you would expect sort of a small table with like a cloth over it, and the traditional sort of glass orb. But this is actually an obsidian orb centered at the table, and she's got kind of a veil on and kind of like moving her hands around it.
Okay. Well, first off, you know a couple. These are my friends. You know some of them. Wow. Anyway, I came because I was going to ask for advice for communicating with spirits, because where I'm at right now, if I concentrate for a couple of minutes, I'll hear the dead spirits say something to me. But I want to see them. Okay. I want to see them, and maybe faster than 2 minutes.
I've
Looking to take it to the next level.
Yeah.
I've already determined the path that we need to take. So,
but I need to be better at speaking to dead people. I mean, I want to be a specialist, and because I'm already pretty good at it. I have talents already, so might as well be training my talents.
You're always trying to improve yourself.
I am.
I really admire that.
It's a good quality.
Would you
to
say
have.
that? Maybe you're impressed by that?
I am. I am impressed.
Great.
Ooh, that's a weird pairing, those two.
No, trust me, it gets weirder.
The size difference alone.
No.
Actually, like
Mules are bigger than
Mules are a
humans.
little bigger than humans, so he's only half giant,
There you
so it's not.
And he's
they're
small,
relatively the same
right?
size.
We have the same,
Yeah.
same strength score and
Yeah,
everything.
it's not
Yeah.
terrible.
I still think he's significantly taller, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
he's still, but
Yeah.
Well, Cecilia, since these kids are just wasting your time, I was wondering if you could help me. There's this unfinished unfinished problem back in Tyr. We've got a sort of a bomber on the loose.
yes.
We don't really have a lot of leads, but he's defaced some public property. I was wondering if maybe you could
The scoundrel.
help me find the scoundrel, the
Well,
rapscallion.
I do what the spirits command me to do. I am their vessel. If they wish to provide you information, they will. But I am only here to commune with them and pass on what they have to say. But if you wish, I can certainly try and see if they are willing to help.
Nah, it sounds like a bunch of hocus pocus.
Yeah, all right.
Sounds
Sounds like a
city
scam to me. It's called cold reading.
While this was going on, I was silently concentrating to hear a voice.
Okay.
Did you get one?
Yeah, it said it's gonna be dangerous where we're going. See? I can talk to the dead spirits,
He
and
knows
I
things.
need.
He
You
knows
have-
things.
You have advice for me?
Yeah, I would say trust in your comrades and in your own strength.
Thank you so much. I like hug her.
I could have told you that.
And maybe you should like start
her-
working with
but-
Pithka or something.
Can I just say, this is my favorite. When I played with you guys, it was like he was hurt and needed healing, and I was a healer, and he refused to go to me. And now it's like, I need to know about the future. I'm not going to go to Pithka.
Literally has resources
Well,
at his
I know
disposal.
that you would say that to me, Pithka, but I needed someone else to also say it.
Someone, you need a second opinion.
I need a second
Well, I
opinion.
mean, Pithka's part of the group, so it doesn't really count when he says it.
Yeah.
You need an outside. It's,
Yeah.
it's like when
you
your
just
mom
might be
tells
saying
you
it
you're
to
pretty.
boost my morale, you
Your
know?
mom has
Okay.
to tell you
Yeah.
you're pretty.
Even though it's not really necessary for this
Exactly.
adventure. I'm gonna use connections, my new ability since I last leveled up, to try and get together like legitimate papers, like the equivalent of a passport for Miles Farley, my false identity. 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, so that it says succeeds, but I have to settle for something close, or it comes with strings attached.
Okay.
I'll say it. Or I guess you can make the call.
Okay. I would say, yeah. What would you think is strings attached?
I would think it probably like ties me to the Veiled Alliance. Like it
Yeah,
probably is something that someone can hold over me.
Yeah, you find, like, you talk to Amara, and she says, like, I can hook you up, and it takes about a day maybe to get you enough enough documents, or just things that would be able to identify you in this world. But the problem is they all kind of tie you, like it's all sort of references, like documents that say you trade with this guy, you have a business relationship with so and so, but these are all Veiled Alliance people.
Like fronts that the Veiled Alliance
yeah.
have operating in the city.
So if this were all to fall apart, it would lead back to you. Like if one guy gives up information, he might give up information about you in the future, or yeah. So there's now a paper trail that leads back to you through the Veiled Alliance.
Sure.
Yeah.
Miles, huh? That's an interesting
great.
name. Never heard that one before.
No, well, I'm not from around here,
Yeah, that's, seems.
His name's Miles.
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay.
Miles.
Seems like a weird name is all. Never heard of a Miles before.
Yeah, well, where you're from, they're called kilometers.
Miles is the jokester of the group.
I don't get it.
Don't worry about it.
I know somebody named Kilometers, too.
Weirdly enough.
You know what? To tell you the truth, kilometers doesn't seem like that weird of a name. Not in Dark Sun.
All right. Any other preparations you guys need to make?
I think I'm good.
I'm
working out.
I'm gonna, as we leave Cecilia's, I'm gonna use one of my newer abilities, Doomsayer, to attempt to parlay her into leaving Silver Springs and getting away,
Okay.
so that our inevitable future doesn't come to pass.
Okay.
So that is a 7. So I am gonna tell her about a terrible fate that is coming to Silver Springs on the road that she lives on.
Okay.
And also heartbreak.
And also heartbreak.
She'll be heartbroken.
She
She'll
should
be.
probably move.
She should move. She should get as far away
Yeah.
from Silver Springs and Tier as she can.
Okay. Well, if I remember the parlay move, I'm sure I got a pile of moves.
Here you go.
Thank you. Yeah, on a 7 to 9, you may need to. Okay. Yeah, so she says, I see what this is, Pithka. Listen, you don't have to do this. But if I hurt you, or if I will hurt you so much, did not, whatever, it's all confusing. We will see each other again.
All I know is that fire will rain from the sky. Great winged beasts are coming.
Pick
Even
a
I
buddy.
even
You're
I
laying
can-
this on a little heavy.
Yeah, even I can tell it's a little desperate.
That's happening?
I believe it, too.
I'll move on, but I promise you this will not be the last time we see each other.
Should we tell everybody else to get out of here, too?
Yeah, like evacuate or something.
You guys, they're just coming for Cecilia.
Oh, my.
Oh man.
All right.
They're champions, aren't they?
Sure.
This is terrible. We gotta
I
stop
mean-
these champions.
Pithka,
starting
what if we
already.
told you about using the future for evil?
It's not.
These champions are already
Yeah.
starting to be a
We
be a
gotta
problem.
stop them.
We gotta stop them.
Gotta stop them.
All right. We probably better hit the road, right?
Yeah. All right. So you guys start making your way down. It's going to take you maybe a week or two to get to these ruins. And you expect, as you get through the waste, you expect the normal sort of having to run and hide, maybe an ambush or two. But you notice the closer you get to the city, nobody's really waiting to attack you, which is kind of a little, the fact that no one's trying to kill you is unnerving to you. Because
Is this supposed to be an occupied city?
no,
It's supposed to
It's a
just-
ruin.
Okay.
it's a ruin.
All right.
Occupied by Dre.
Yeah.
All right.
And you take your 2 weeks or whatever to get there, and you start to see the city. And you've seen ruins before. You've seen what has been called ruined cities, which is usually a handful of like crumbling structures. But this is actually more like it's a rather large. Like you see it in the distance, much further away, and it gets bigger as you get closer. You're like, this is an impressively large set of ruins.
You think they would have just rebuilt or something?
If they didn't, it probably doesn't bode well for what's still there.
All right, so you guys you get close to the city, and as you're sort of reaching the sort of outskirts of the city, you're noticing more like structures, larger and larger structures. Most of them are collapsed. Every once in a while, you see one that seems fairly more intact than you expect in ruined cities to be. And you also are starting to see a number of various undead, Dre, skeletons, just sort of meandering. You can kind of like skirt around them, but it's getting harder and harder as you progress through the city to push past all of these
Just like shambling undead, like
Yeah.
not attacking us, just
kind of like just shambling around, and it's like you'll see one and you'll just kind of like skirt around, or maybe quickly dispatch it, because it's just a skeleton. But as you progress through the city, they're getting thicker and thicker, and now you realize that walking on the streets is not going to be possible without stirring a undead swarm against you. So you have to make some decisions about how you're going to progress. You do have a map that Amara gave you that has some, looks like there's sewers, and there's some sort of other structure that's pointed out. You're not sure exactly what is there, but that's also been marked as a possible means of traveling through the city. But if there's any other way you can think to try and get through the city, now would be the time.
I've been in sewers before. I could do that.
What if we just cloak ourselves in the undead and try to...
Well, it doesn't
Get
seem
through.
like they're attacking us as is. So it's just the density of these things is going to become a problem, even if we're invisible.
You're saying like we put on bones?
Yeah, we put on bones and
Dim
Just-
We
bones.
just go.
Shamble around.
and shamble our way through the crowd.
I mean, crazier things have worked.
Yeah, but better things have failed too.
That's also true. The sewers could also be infested with things, especially if we're searching for some sort of creatures around here.
Yep.
My sense of where the champion spirit is in the dead center of town, and I feel like we should take the shortest path there.
So this building you were saying, though, like that seems like a structure that could like lead to the center. Is that just like a big, like an aqueduct type thing? It's like an above ground, like network building, or is it just one big building that seems to like lead towards the middle?
On the map, it's just marked as like one of the possible egresses into the city, and you'll have to like make your way there to figure out what it's all about. But it's been marked as a possible way of getting in.
Well, I say we go through that. Worst case scenario, we can always flee and try and find a way into the sewers, because any good sewer system has a lot of entrances throughout a city. But if we can stay out of the streets, which are just covered in these undead, but still make our way to the middle of this champion's den, I think that's probably the best course of entry, right?
I can get behind that plan.
Yeah.
Sure, as long as I don't have to put any bones on.
You
Look,
don't like
we're-
to accessorize?
We're not gonna promise that.
I would ask the spirits, but I'm afraid there's going to be bad spirits who tell me the wrong
Well,
thing.
you also
To trick
might
me.
you might get interference. With
Yeah,
all these undead.
exactly. So that's not going to work.
Yeah,
so.
there's going to be too
you're
much.
right.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I mean, as we said, we know we're going after a bad spirit, so let's not throw out that beacon of you trying to talk too heavily, you know?
Exactly.
Yeah, we don't
That's
want
what
them
I
to know
was
that we're
thinking.
coming.
That's what I was thinking.
Might be, it'll be like a signal flare.
Yeah.
Save it.
Are you all this boy's guardians? A little.
I like to think we're all each other's guardians.
We all take care
It's
of
a
it.
little thick.
Oswald exists in what I like to call creative reality. It may not all be 100% true, but it works very well for him.
Well, it seems like a nurturing home.
Okay, so let's try and make our way to the building marked on the map, and see if we can get into that.
Okay. So you guys sort of like kind of sneak your way around. It's not too terribly difficult at this point. And what you find is there's on this there is it's faded and hard to see, but there is like kind of a map of routes and like this inside this building there's shelves and various like little carts, hand carts, and rickshaws and various things that have obviously been like fallen apart and stuff like that. But it seems like it's kind of got a map pointing you around certain areas in the city.
All right, well, these will be good to have. Let's make note of. Do we have like paper or anything to make like a rubbing of this?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, I want to take like maybe even just on the back of the map we were given and like make a rubbing of like some of the maps so we
Yeah.
can kind of like have an idea of where we're trying to go. So this.
It seems to point like sort of like alleyways and stuff like that that are harder to see, or like in between that'll get you in between buildings to other locations throughout, like so you're not walking through the open city, and more they're kind of windy and not as direct, but they seem to be a little more out of the way.
I think that's probably good though. If we're going through narrow areas, I mean we've got a small like powerful force. So if we're fighting in a massive number of undead, a bottleneck's in our favor. So I think that knowing where the alleys and the networks are is a good idea.
You're a smart sort of a guy, aren't you?
Ah, well, I try.
Got lots of plans going on in that head.
Hey, if you go in without a plan, you die. And I died once. It was unpleasant.
Sure.
Miles did. He did.
Miles did.
Miles
Yeah.
did.
Gotcha.
I saw it.
All right, Haki. All right, Haki, come on, let's do this.
Let's go. Wouldn't mind taking a ride on one of these rickshaws, though.
Okay, so let's follow the map and try and like create kind of as much as we can, like a beeline to the center of the whole thing.
You guys kind of start following these, and you find yourself walking down alleyways that lead into streets, and then you're kind of like you'll see open spots, and then maybe like bridges or like little like rooftop stuff. Like if you ever like it's like kind of walking around like an old Arab city, like it'll like the street kind of goes and it'll be a rooftop which you can climb onto and like get around.
We're thinking the street chase scene from Aladdin, right?
Yeah.
Or
Okay,
just
good.
any
We're
Assassin's Creed game.
Yeah,
you
no.
know.
Yeah. So you guys can kind of start to follow these paths, but eventually there are like little spots where the path, because it's a very old city and it's in ruins. So you find yourselves, the paths sort of end at certain points. Like right now, the path that you're on kind of ends, and you realize you're gonna have to cross a street, basically a very heavy street, to get from where you're going to where you need to get to next if you want to progress.
And the street is filled with.
I mean, there's a fair number of undead ghouls, skeletons, and the like. There are some.
Probably around 4 o'clock too, which means traffic will be at its highest.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
Goddamn rush hour.
but there does look to be one building in particular that seems sort of mostly intact. Like, seems like a fairly well intact building that at the moment doesn't seem to have too many guys in it. Or you can try and go around. There's sort of an open, like, we'll say to the right, there's sort of a somewhat intact building. To the left, there seems to be an opening of some kind where the street kind of opens up, and you're not sure exactly what that is at this point. But those are kind of the two options at this moment.
All right. Well, if we want to go to the building that's like pretty much intact, then we have to go, or pretty much either of these, we have to go like right across like a pretty crowded street,
Yeah.
right? All right. What I want to do, just to like see how reactive these things are, is I just want to take one of my concussive grenades and just put it in my sling and launch it like a good distance away and see if I can get them to like clear and gather
Okay.
in that direction.
I would, yeah, definitely roll for that.
Okay. That's plenty. Yay, that's 11.
All right, you guys see Haki, or no, you see
Miles.
Miles place this concussive grenade, explosive device in a sling, throws it, and then it goes pretty far, 50 yards, maybe more, detonates, and you see like the handful of shambling undead just sort of like turn and start sort of making their way towards that spot and clear this out a little bit.
All right.
It's a nice bomb you got there.
Oh yeah, well you gotta have equipment to do the job right.
Sure.
Miles is all
Just
about
admiring
being prepared.
it, you know?
Like
Miles.
you wouldn't go on policing without like an obnoxious sense of righteousness, would you? Like you would just be caught off guard.
Of course not.
Okay. Well, we want to make a run for it.
Let's go.
Yeah.
All right, where are you running?
Let's
To the intact building?
Building?
yeah, let's go to the building,
Build.
right?
I'm sure there's something evil inside of it.
Well, I'll kill it.
As you guys enter this building, you notice it's a very tall building, and there are stone shelves that reach all the way to the roof of this building, and just columns and columns and rows of these shelvings. And most of them are filled with dust and just books beyond the ability to read, like they've just turned into nothingness. Occasionally you do see what look like completely intact books, and books that, I mean, books are rare enough. I know you guys have seen a couple of books in your days, but it's like
I'm not impressed.
yeah. But yeah,
I saw a book once.
was
I don't understand what they're for anyway.
yeah.
Full of a bunch of scribbles, if you ask me.
Oh, I know.
Pithka doesn't
I know
even know they're
that.
full of scribbles.
I take out the piece of paper. It says my name on it because I can write my name.
He
Well,
wrote.
you
he
got
wrote
scribbles on the paper. Great. Congratulations.
It's words. It's me.
Osvald, it's very good.
Thank you.
So
Sure, boy. Very good.
Whoa, you can reach really high.
Prestidigitation.
Hey,
I don't remember the last time I've had my head pat.
hey, don't patronize our half giant. That's our job.
We do it, but we do it out of love.
So as you guys sort of make your way in here, and you see the stacks of former books and also current books, you do see one individual with his back sort of to you, in very tattered clothes, staring at one of these shelves, and he just kind of turns and sees you guys, and he's clearly an undead of some kind. He's wearing something that looks like it would have been like rather nice a millennia ago when he was alive, but it's tattered and torn.
And out of season.
Yeah, it's very. he's very. It's white, and Labor Day was
Oh.
2 weeks ago. Yeah, and he just kind of turns to you and goes, and then starts shambling towards you.
In the name of the free city of Tyr, I now
Pronounce
pronounce
man.
you under arrest.
I now pronounce you man and dead.
Well,
Dead.
while he's doing that, I'd like to use my domino effect ability to try to use my telekinesis to move a book under his foot and
Okay.
trip him and stop him from
Yeah,
advancing.
trip him with these useless
A
books.
book.
Oh, get your
Sorry.
dice
Sorry.
out.
Jordan.
I left my.
6.
So that's an 8.
8. Okay. You does it say what?
On a 7 to 9, the chain reaction goes spectacularly awry, but ends up benefiting you anyway.
Okay. So you sort of feel like the various things. You think book. Yeah, like you heard that there were the small items here, books. You don't exactly know what those are because you're blind, and you're like, I'll grab one of those and pull it, and then you feel like it's a lot more resistance than you think, and you just actually move one of the stacks, and the stack just like it jerks forward and then goes and crushes this man.
All right.
Yeah.
That was pretty effective.
Yeah.
Yeah, and you
That
see,
was really good.
I walk up and I put handcuffs on the hand sticking out from
yeah,
the book.
he's definitely got it. Like
Yeah.
yeah.
Just
You grab one of the hands and it like cracks off and you handcuff to the other hand.
So he's
They're coming with me.
so this stack fell over, and you notice there is sort of a case that has a book within it that looks very intact.
All right, I'm gonna take that book and kind of just give it a quick rush over.
Okay.
What's that word when you just read something?
Peruse?
Skim?
Skim.
Skim.
Yeah.
Skim.
I peruse it. I skim it. Skim is the word I was looking for.
So I'm just going to ask you, what would you want a book, if you were like looking for one specific book, what would you want it to be about?
Oh, it would probably be like a book of like explosive alchemy and
Was it the
like
The anarchist
Trap
anarchist
creation.
cookbook?
It basically would be like the anarchist cookbook. Yeah, like it would be like a book of mechanics on creating like trigger mechanisms and
Yeah.
detonation stuff like that.
Well, this city, as ancient as it was, held a lot of knowledge. And you do know that there's a lot, there was a lot of mechanics, which is not something that a term you would understand in the city. So it does contain in it a lot of knowledge about mechanisms which you don't fully understand, but you can certainly get some knowledge on them, on how to do it, how to use it to your own advantage. But
Like even if I don't understand all of it, like I can glean a few. Like, oh, that's an interesting
it's
like
oh,
gear
wow.
network thing.
Yeah, I
set up.
never thought of it. But you do know also it seems to talk a lot about the various locking mechanisms throughout the city. So you know going forward you will have at least +1 on opening certain things throughout the city if you come across things that would make it stand in your way.
Awesome.
So this is
It's a
when
weird
we-
title, Mein Kampf. Never heard of such a book before.
So when we came in, was he just sitting in a chair?
He was just kind of like facing the stacks.
I investigate the area. There's nothing he was looking at.
I mean, he didn't seem to. He's just kind of meandering about.
It's like how
honestly.
zombies go to the mall.
Yeah,
Yeah. Okay.
something from their past.
The Dewey Decimal System is just a mess
calm
in
him,
here at this
yeah.
point. He
Yeah.
can't find anything.
Yeah, I mean, no one put anything back. It's been 1,000,000 years, and he just has no idea.
It'd take anybody an eternity to find anything.
Yeah.
It's no wonder he wasted away.
So, so you guys find there's a sort of a back way that'll get you back onto the pathways that you were going on to, and you can kind of like take this route more, but obviously you get to another point where there are more sort of you get to another sort of street where the pathway is blocked and you have to once again surface and find another way around.
place is a mess.
You know, in my day, we would have just started punching skeletons and headed for the center of town.
Well, I mean, that's always an option, but we tend to try and do the method that involves a little less punching, and then we end up going the punching method.
I mean, I do at least.
Yeah. We try. It doesn't usually work out.
Yeah. But I mean, I'm ready.
All right.
When that moment happens.
Well, I guess there's nowhere to go but forward, back up to the surface, and let's continue making our way.
Well, I mean, we could try to disguise ourselves as undead to pass through here.
I don't love that idea. But we can do it, if that's what everybody wants to do.
I mean, I feel like it's going to give away our position if we're clackety-clacking around with bones on.
I ain't putting
know.
no bones on.
I wish I could ask the good spirits what the best.
Yeah.
You can attempt to do that.
But no, but there's too many bad spirits around. They're going to try to trick me. I
Right.
There
know
could
this.
always be good spirits.
They could all be good.
They could all be good.
It's the interference.
It's the
Yeah.
It's
I mean,
Also,
it's not you, Osvald. It's the
Yeah.
interference.
It's canon, although I guess we wouldn't know it, that Graldson is like sort of flying around as a
Yeah.
spirit.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that's
there.
right.
Yeah, he's
That's-
with us.
That's Max. That's why he decided to kill himself, because he could see spirits, like he was raised by spirits and
Yeah.
stuff. And after he accidentally released these like horrible spirits, he was like, "Well, I think I'm going to be able to make more progress if I like don't have this physical body going on."
Oh, yeah.
It's like, this feels right.
I forgot that he is
Just had a
he
death
does
wish.
try to communicate with me.
He's
Yeah.
following you guys. He's been following you
He's been
guys
screaming
for
in
weeks,
your ear this whole
trying
time.
Yeah.
to talk to you.
Okay.
Because
So
he was convinced you could talk to the dead.
Yeah.
He never thought to even question
You know
it.
what? I'm gonna try it. I feel like
Okay.
Grawl might be around.
Oh, that's really good thinking, Osvald.
Yeah.
What?
I think you're going to do it.
Would I roll on this?
Yeah, I would say roll wisdom.
Oof. 5.
Growl, Growl, he's saying it in your voice, but
Yeah.
he's telling
As
you,
usual.
he's telling you, just go up to the surface, man.
He says, Grawl just talked to me. He said to go up to the surface.
All right.
I mean, he
Okay.
released all those spirits. I mean, which is, but you know, I think now he wants to help us.
All right, to the surface we go then. We're trusting you on this one, Oswald.
Well, don't trust me. Trust Grawl.
I don't know who
That's
that
a good
is.
point. You
He
know
sacrificed
He
his life for
sacrificed
it.
his life to save you.
Oh, that was nice of him. That was real keen.
He didn't let us do it though.
Yeah, we tried.
Oh, well, thanks, guys.
Yeah.
You're all real good friends.
Yeah.
Old
Anytime,
Miles
Miles.
Farley.
Oh, right.
Yeah. We have Miles' back.
Okay.
This is Miles. Don't forget.
Yeah.
All right, everybody shut the fuck up. Let's head to the surface. Haki, you got the stone skin. You want to take point?
Happily.
You guys kind of make your way through this sort of alleyway that kind of seems underground and works it's the pathway was collapsed, which is why you couldn't go any further. So you find a way to climb out, and you actually find yourself in a fairly open area, which none of you would know what this is, but it's a park. I mean, it doesn't have any foliage left, but it still was incredibly impressive with like pathways that sort of zigzag and you know little bridges and. Yeah.
Spout lore.
I'm gonna spout lore that there are like tons of hanging things too.
I mean, it was a sin.
Yeah, we'll definitely count that.
So there's like, you know, the plants were all hanging from
Yeah,
pots and stuff. So
Yeah,
it's like
it-
a giant hanging garden.
I mean at the moment it's mostly just the metal structures and occasionally like a pot hanging in there. But yeah, it's
Oh,
still
watch your head, Pithka.
Oh, thank you.
it's still incredibly impressive, just the size of this. And none of you really understand what this place is or what it's used like none of you would know like why the fuck would you have a park?
To us, it's just
Yeah.
like, this just seems like strange waste of space decadence.
Yeah, what's
Yeah.
with all the hanging buckets?
I don't know. Probably for some sort of ritual, you know, like
I
they put blood
imagine
in
they
these.
put water in the buckets. And then
That
you
could
Where
come
do you
through.
get that much water?
That's a really
that's
good
a good
point.
They used to have a lot of it.
All right. Okay.
I've heard this. There used to be a lot of it.
All right. You're one of those wet earthers?
fantasy.
Okay, fine.
Yeah.
Water.
There used to be water everywhere.
All over.
Oh, water's falling from the sky.
That's my favorite one.
The sun used to be a nice yellow instead of red.
It wasn't so hot back in the day.
There were plants.
But you guys, a lot nicer to your big dumb giant than you are to me.
I mean, well, if he was talking about wet earth, we would give him a hard time too.
He doesn't talk about anything ridiculous like that.
Yeah.
Just talks
Just
about
talks
how he's
about
the reincarnated
spirits
spirit of ancient giants.
Yeah, of
Wet earth.
Har.
Oh, so he's the reincarnation of Har, but Baba E was the one who told him.
Yeah,
so.
that's right.
Yeah.
I still
The
think
druidic magic's good. I bet these buggers were for druidic magic.
Oh.
Because
Yeah,
mean,
'cause
like
of plants.
there's plants and
I
stuff.
still feel
dead
like
stuff
Baba
down
E
here.
sounds like how Scooby-Doo would try and tell someone he saw a banshee.
Oh, can we all just only do Scooby Doo?
So, speaking of zoinks, while you guys are like, what is this bucket? So it's druidic magic. It's definitely got to be.
Yeah.
No way that there was water on Athos. That's fucking. You notice, you hear a noise as three sort of dray, but like very just gaunt and torn apart, start closing in on you from three sides, just kind of coming towards you, and are ready to fight you.
Oh, you're under arrest.
They do not listen. They continue to follow, and that's
Hey, it'll work one day, buddy.
They always want to take it the hard way.
Are they all the same size?
they're, I mean, fairly the same size. It's hard to say. I mean, some of them are a little taller than others. Some are more rotted than others. But yeah, they're about the same.
Okay, so I'm gonna project force at the tallest one, and as I'm doing this, I'm gonna say, "I believe in our strength, and I believe in my strength."
Yeah.
Oh,
Oh.
Oh.
it's a 10,
It's a 10. All right, that's a hit.
and there's gonna be a +3 piercing.
Ooh.
Yeah. Boom. Project force. I got
all
all
that
ability.
piercing.
Give me that. Is that cocked or no?
Put a die on it. If it falls off, it's not cocked. Sorry, if it falls off, it is cocked.
Okay.
You're fine.
Okay.
All right.
All right. So it's a 6.
That's
Six
a nice
damage.
little metric right there. I like that.
I like it.
So it's a 6 with 3 piercing.
All right, you punch at this guy and just like knock him in the chest. He kind of goes back a little bit, but then starts staggering forward. All right,
Nice.
who's next?
I'm gonna try to take my troll strength stance. Ooh. Ew.
Your mic. Oh, you're good.
Yeah, I'm good. I love it.
Yeah. Yeah.
And it's a 6.
6.
Yeah.
Okay. So you try and take your stance. You aren't capable of doing it.
I'm not capable, so it doesn't happen. I guess I'll just attack.
You
them
get to mark
normally.
XP.
Like it matters.
Yeah.
I
You
will.
feel
I can still attack though.
Yeah. You feel like you've been complacent as of late.
Yeah. I was
That
like,
things.
ooh, my old bones.
Yeah, that there hasn't been much of a need for the Sheriff of Tyr. So you just kind of just not,
I roll. I try to take it and then I fall and then I roll and try to make it seem like I meant to roll the whole time.
yeah.
And then I go to punch him. Oof, damn.
What is it?
That's
a 7 though, right?
5.
Or-
I have a +3, so
Oh.
5, 6, 7, 8.
Okay. So you run at him and go to punch him, and he's gonna definitely return damage. So I would say the higher of 2d8 back to you
Okay.
because of the 2 failures.
Oh no.
Well, he takes 1 damage.
Okay. And which one was this?
Oh, I would be attacking the same one. That,
Okay.
Do you need another D8?
Yeah, sure.
Oh,
Oh.
That's okay. I've got plenty of health.
Sorry for that D8.
and some armor.
So you run at him, and like you trip and fall, and you make everything okay, and then you run up, and then you hit him like mid sternum, and you don't feel like it did much of anything to him, and he just kind of smashes you like just double fisted on the crown of your head.
Yeah. Ugh. You're under arrest.
Okay, since I see that one kind of attacking Haki, I'm going to run after him and then just like run at him and just try and smack him with one of my explosive gloves.
Okay.
So 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Hooray. That's not too bad. And then I do 1d8 plus 1d6 because the glove goes off. 8, 9, 10. That was a good roll. And then I guess there's some complication of some sort.
Yeah, you go to hit him, and it detonates as you hit him, but he reacts by just, like, fine. He looks very hurt, but he just kind of like, as you hit him, like a chunk of him, like literally just smashes you in the face, and you take a D8.
Nice. Foe! Oh, I was full life at the beginning of this, right?
Yeah, everybody should be at full. Even those of you that were murdered last week and brought back to life.
Right, I've had some time to recover from that.
Yeah.
I got better.
So you were dead for a bit, but you got better.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
I'm gonna do one of the ones that's flanking and use a telekinetic strike to just try to knock him off balance.
All right.
7.
All right. So you.
So I do a d6, which is 3.
Okay. So and what is on a 7? Does it?
You deal 1 damage, but you expose yourself to danger, something near the target is destroyed, or you're overwhelmed with psychic feedback, stunning you for a moment.
Okay. You feel like you do it, and you definitely hit him, but it doesn't hit him in the legs and knock him over. It actually hits one of these pots and blows up this pot that had something in it that detonates, and now that there's some fire around the area. So,
Okay.
All right. So that guy's still up, though, right?
yep.
I am just gonna run in with my sword, try and finish him off. Maybe we'll see. I'm gonna use these fancy pants dice. Oh. So that is a 10.
All right. And what are you using your sword?
Oh yeah.
These are
Yeah.
nice.
So I'm using aggressive tactics. So when I hack and slash, I deal my damage even on a 6.
Yep.
Less, but
Are these yours?
Masha?
Or
They're
Sax.
Sax.
Where'd you get these?
Well,
Oh my game store, they're like $30.
Those are nice dice.
I know, they like seriously roll so nicely.
I love the heft of them.
Yeah.
you might as well show the case off since we're talking about
yeah.
him so much.
The fine folks at Gravity Dice from the company called Up.
Very cool.
I
And here's
very seriously
the
might look
case.
into some of those.
And they don't like.
They're
They just stop.
they're perfectly
They don't
balanced.
bounce around. Yeah.
I have a serious dice addiction, so.
Or your damage to a D10?
This or this?
Or is
Oh no, I have to roll a d12 for damage.
10 damage. All right.
3 of that is, or no wait, not 3. That's what Oswald does. 1 of that is piercing damage.
All right. So you run at this guy, and you just like slash at him, just cutting him, really devastating. He's still up and running, but he is very, very hurt.
Is it the first one?
No, that was the second one.
Oh,
The
okay.
2 of them are very, very, looking very, very bad,
Gotcha.
and then 1 is completely fine.
Is everyone gone?
Yeah, I believe
so.
Yeah.
Yep. Everybody's
Gravity
gone.
dice,
All
you
right.
said?
New
I'm
round.
gonna change this die and try to take my full strength stance again. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9.
All right.
So I get to do it. And I'm just gonna spend a focus so I don't get put in any danger.
It's fair enough.
So just take my focus down to 3. And then I will attack. The same one that I had tried to attack before.
Yep.
4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 again.
All right.
So that's a D10. Okay, so that's 10 damage.
I don't know why I made you roll. He had 1 hit point.
Sure.
Well,
But, yeah, you devastate him.
dead again.
Yeah, just like
he's re-dead.
Yeah.
He just like punch through,
Yeah.
but your arm kind of gets stuck, and because of the 9. So you're like, you have the corpse of this Dre. It's very heavy, and
Yeah.
it's going to take you a second. It's going to take you a little bit to get your hand out of this corpse.
Yeah, great. I'm just this bumbling old fool on this adventure.
You'll get back in your game.
Also,
This is who the Veiled
we're used
Alliance
to it.
gave us.
I used to be the strongest in all of the Colosseums.
Whatever,
really, I used
Grandpa.
to be much better than this.
Yeah, Grandpa, we remember you fought Hitler.
Space Hitler.
Space Hitler.
All right, there's still 2 of these undead Dre
All right.
marching about.
I'm gonna project force the tallest of the 2.
There you go.
Here we
There's he killed the one that you guys were fighting. There's the one that she and that these 2 fought, and then one that's completely fine.
Okay, so I guess I
Finish him.
believe in our strength, so I'm gonna attack the one that's fine because I believe in our strength.
Yep.
That's gonna be a 9.
All right.
So I'm gonna take -1 forward. All right,
And that avoids.
I should
Do
probably not spend $140 on 2 titanium D6s, right?
Probably not.
I support it.
I mean, that's a
Definitely
personal
not.
choice, I feel.
well, when I get a 7 and a 9, I have to take one of these 3,
But
and one of
those-
those is psionic
It's
feedback.
175
taking
for
-1
Okay,
forward,
so
what
that's
I'm
just
doing.
part of
case.
your.
And
Oh,
a
yeah,
case.
Because I got
And they're gold.
9.
Because it's project.
I mean, they're
force
made
and
of
not hack and
titanium.
slash.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Is that the same
So roll damage.
company, Jordan?
All right, and here we go. 3 piercing
I do think I'm going
Nice.
to buy a set of D6s.
8 on the new on the.
on the new guy.
Yep.
Can I
So
see
you do
these?
8 damage.
Please do.
All right. So you watch Haki just like boosh, like straight through the heart, and then you turn around and just project force your weapon at this other one, smacking it very, very hard.
Nice.
All right. So the 3 of you haven't gone. There's still 2 undead up and running.
All right.
So, what exactly is on fire in the area?
Currently, just the ground, but it's kind of like it's kind of like spread behind him, so you can't get behind him, and it's like so.
Okay, I'm going to avoid the fire
Yeah.
because I have a lot
Look
of
out!
explosives.
There's a fire!
Thanks for the heads up.
Not you. That one.
I can feel it. Thank you.
I'm gonna like shake the glove that just exploded and be like, and then like ready the other and just run towards another one of them.
Okay.
And smack him with 6, 7, 8.
All right.
So I'll do my damage, which is 1d8 and a d6 for the explosion, 1d8 for the attack, 1d6 for the explosion. It's 5, 6, 7, 8.
All right. You run up to the one Oswald was fighting, and you punch it just dead in the chest, and watch its chest just boom detonate. And the force kind of pushes you back a little bit, and you take a d6, just falling into what used to be like a very nice like pond, and now is just a hole in the ground.
Divot. All right, full on 5. That was worse than D8.
You're right.
She's just like, oh yeah.
Ah!
What's going on, Miles? Flying all over the place.
I'm okay. I'm all right.
All right.
Down to 6 hit points. Not gonna die this session.
You're down to 6 hit points.
I only have 15.
That's true. You don't have
Your
that.
stiletto
God, how do I
doesn't
have more
explode
than
when
you?
when you hit people with it. So.
No.
Yeah, but it's not as fun.
Yeah. All right. All right. There's.
So yes, you're right. From now on, it's less likely I will hurt myself hitting people.
Yeah.
All my like special abilities do have the keyword dangerous right under them.
All right. So there's still the one left that you two were fighting.
Yeah. You want me to just go?
Yeah.
Alrighty. So,
7.
9.
All right.
May I use your D12?
Yes.
Thank you. Oh.
2 damage.
2 damage.
And you're using your sword. Does it have piercing?
+1.
Okay. Then that's enough. That'll be
Yay!
That's enough to kill this guy. So you
Killing something on a 2 damage is awesome.
Yeah. You slice through this guy pretty effectively, and he slices back at you as you're coming in. You have to kind of get in and get. So you do get cut. So I would say a D6 as he's kind of like ah.
As he's reaching for me in death.
1 damage. Reduced by armor.
No damage.
Yeah.
Oh, is any of my damage been reduced by armor?
Yeah, I would say you can reduce it by armor.
All right, then I
At least 2
get back.
right?
Yeah.
2 hit points,
All right. Well,
which I'll take.
hold on to that because I'm about to heal
What?
you.
I can see that.
Okay, cool.
Oh, and Zenar Faith heals Miles for 1.
Yes.
Yay! Thanks, Zenar.
Miles, huh?
I'm gonna use Lind
Yeah,
health.
we've established this, buddy.
Yeah.
Lind health. I got a
His
negative.
name is Miles.
I got a negative
Right,
1 forward on this.
His name
So
is
that's
Miles.
real good. So it's so that goes to it's 11
Okay.
with a negative 1
So
forward.
you can lend health.
And I'm gonna give you. Well, let's see.
I'm only missing 6 at this point.
Okay. So I'm gonna give you another D6. So whatever this is, I don't have to lose this. Whatever this is, it's mine.
Oh,
There you
damn.
go.
Amazing.
So
Yes.
You get 6 health back. There
With
you go.
Chat and Oswald, I am back.
Boom.
Chat and Oswald.
Chat and
That sounds like
Oswald.
Chat and Oswald.
That is a country singer.
I'm Chat and
I
Oswald.
think that's what he intended.
Yeah.
Chat and Oswald. Good job, Chat.
Finally.
The chat half of Chat and
Finally,
Oswald.
finally we said the pun.
Right.
Yeah.
I was waiting for that
The
one.
whole time.
Oh,
You're like,
at
I
some
can
point
leave
somebody's
now.
gonna say chat and my name, and it's gonna sound like
It's
a
gonna sound
comedian.
like Chat and Oswald.
I'm gonna do it, guys. I'm gonna finally do it.
It was worth it. It's very worth it.
Yeah.
All right. So you guys have destroyed this the 3 Dre that were standing in your way that approached you. Different. Oh, and
I
then
put handcuffs on all
Farquaad
of them.
heals Tenna for 1.
I don't have any.
Yeah, but
I haven't been hit.
Yeah,
'cause
you
it
can-
got
you-
reduced by my
have
armor.
one in
yeah.
your bank?
Can we save it
yeah,
for-
save. I would say
Okay.
save that.
Oh man.
Temporary hit
Oh
points.
yeah, thanks, Bakwa.
Yeah. So you guys have killed this thing, and so now you're in this park. There is a little bit of fire that looks like it is drawing the attention of some other undead. So you may want to not stay here.
I pull out some sort of, primitive-looking police tape, and I cordon off the area. That'll stop 'em.
It's just some like
way
brightly
people
colored
know
like
not to go
like
in
rope.
there.
Like linen,
stuff?
yeah.
Yeah.
It's like a brightly colored, it's like a yellow-colored linen. That's
You
just-
cordon
You
it
just
off.
have a giant spool of in
Yeah,
your
yeah,
pocket.
Well, yeah, he's a policeman,
Yeah.
you know?
That's part of his gear.
He's a pig.
What was that?
Nothing.
Right.
You're doing a great job, officer.
No, he's like literally, what is a pig? I don't know what it is. I've never heard of it.
Probably because the champions killed them all.
So the fire doesn't look too.
I feel like Scott's the
Well,
only
let's
one that
leave
thinks
the fire. Why would we need to leave it? Unless it's in our
I just
way.
love the champion of the pig
killing
genocide.
pigs.
everyone's like, we've killed all the good races, and he's like, I'll kill all the pigs.
What's that thing? It's
Come on,
snorting at
dude.
me.
Tim, like we've all done a genocide.
Yeah.
Like I'm gonna kill all the orcs. He's gonna kill all the gnomes. I don't know. You guys picked all the good things. I don't know. Pigs. I'll kill all the pigs. I don't know.
We kind of like pigs, Tim.
Well then,
Well,
kill them.
good.
to hell with you then. I'm gonna kill them all. And he
Good, 'cause
did.
I liked pixies
He
and you
did.
guys killed them all.
Yeah.
I'm gonna spout lore that there is a clan of druids
Before that,
saves
Matt
that
heals
saves
you
some
for
of the
one.
pigs.
But I think
you. Well, I'll save it.
yeah, save that.
Thanks. But there's a clan of druids in the mountain somewhere who save the last 5 pigs
Yeah.
Oh.
that they've
breeding
bred. Yeah,
They're actually yeah.
magic.
Go for it.
5, 6, 7, 8.
Okay.
So,
Technically
You
true.
feel like you saw a pig, a creature that you would describe to your fellow people as a pig when you were at that grove when you found the druid.
Oh, right.
Yeah, because you found those druids in that wooded area that was very confusing because trees aren't supposed to exist, and you feel like one of the things you saw there was probably a pig.
we saw something that looked like the mythical creature known as a pig, but
Yeah.
like that would be ridiculous.
Yeah, a pig. It was very slim and slender and long and covered in fur and had these large eyes and pranced around. Pig.
Yeah, the thing with the
Exactly.
skinny legs that
Yeah.
I didn't like.
Well, that sounds like a very nice compliment. Thank you. I am a pig.
Okay, well let's get the fuck out of here.
Yeah.
Well, let's head to the center of town.
So you guys start to make your way, finding more paths in and out, and you find that towards the center of town is what is clearly a palace of some kind.
Big surprise.
This is probably what we're going for, everybody.
Yeah.
I can sense that this is where the champion is.
All right.
Wow. Thanks, buddy. I'm like looking around at everybody else going like,
No reaction.
Yeah, like it's like yeah, it's impressive.
Like, why did it get awkwardly silent, guys?
They all. I just assume that you all can feel the vibrations.
right.
So once you get to the palace, you find it is a ruin, but it's still like many of the buildings you've come across, a lot more intact and larger than you would expect to see. It actually rivals the Palace of Tyr in size.
Whoa.
Yeah. Which
The one that Yenin built.
Yenin didn't build it. He just took it over.
Hmm.
Yeah, but I bet if you ask Yenin these days if he built it, he built it.
I mean, you can ask if you want. You can seek him out. And we'll get to that towards the end if you want to encounter Yenin.
Not desperate.
Maybe
Not
he didn't
desperate.
build Tyr, but he
Tell
made
when is
Tyr.
him.
Not up there on my priority list.
I mean, he might have some questions he wanted to ask you.
I bet.
Miles?
Yeah.
Miles Farley, the mild-mannered,
Accountant.
yeah, for bakers.
Yeah.
People
All-
bake. I keep track of their records.
It's a fair thing.
It's a respectable job.
You gotta keep track of those
There's-
records.
You know, bakers are always completely on the up and up.
Everybody always needs bread.
Yeah, we're
What is it?
bakers. That's what we are.
I
So
look at the big castle and I go, what is it with bad guys and liking castles, huh? Right? I look around for like a laugh or something.
No, I'm actually like totally with you on this.
You're like, right?
I was like, you're right, you know?
They're so materialistic.
Yeah.
They just gotta have something to establish their dominance over
Yeah.
everybody else.
Overcompensating, am I right?
Yeah, exactly right.
Exactly.
Yeah, say, look how many people I had to subvert to make this happen.
All because my daddy
Subjugate,
didn't love me.
yeah.
Am I right? I never met my father.
Like, probably
My
must
parents
have
gave me up to a
spirited.
sorcerer king.
We all sit and
Are
kind
you
of talk about
talking
our
to me?
families for a moment.
Yeah.
Or, okay, I didn't, because you're looking over there.
I wanted to escape my family too. They wanted me to stay and be a farmer, and I didn't want that. I wanted to be a hunter
Which
and-
side?
and
The giant side or the human side?
the human side. Like she made she made my
Oh, the mother was the human.
The mother was a human. But
Don't take
she-
it back.
Hey,
Woman.
my dad was
we know what she was into.
My dad was a great warrior, but then they decided to just be farmers, and that wasn't for me because I had psionic powers, and I was meant for something better. Okay, I wasn't meant to be a farmer.
Which
That's
side
why
do
you're
the
here.
psionic powers come from?
My mother's side.
Fair enough.
The psionic farmers.
and then
That's how they make the
well, she
drows in
she had
the
enough
field.
excitement. She went
It's just-
through a lot of adventures as a teenager, and
It can skip a generation.
Yeah, you don't need a plow when you can just psionic force just did it.
That's where he learned project
right.
force,
project
actually.
force
Yeah.
is just.
So should I
trained
It's
myself.
like baldness. It comes through the mother's line, but you should look at your mother's father to see
Right.
if it's likely.
so should I knock? Or
Okay, is the door like locked?
The door, it looks like it's slightly, it's ajar, and you could pass
how
through
could
it.
the door be ajar?
that's true.
It can only be one thing. One
and then,
thing.
And then a stone falls and hits Haki for 2.
Is it the keystone, and then the whole thing becomes
Yeah.
structurally unstable? And
Yeah, but he,
Another load-bearing encounter.
Another load-bearing stone.
How many-
All in onto our party.
And then we release another endless evil into the
Yes.
world somehow.
Yes. So
I'm
many.
so sick of accidentally releasing
Right?
horrors into the world.
It's getting really old.
but you
Total and
you guys, as you approach the door, it is open, and you guys can go through, but it does sound very clearly like there are creatures inside there. There's moaning, there's like just shambling.
What are those creatures doing?
Yeah, so you can hear
Well, they weren't expecting company.
yeah. And as you're kind of standing around the door, you see a sort of a number of undead moving towards you, drawn by the smoke and all the commotion, and that few turns into a dozen, which turns into more and more, and you see a rather large, growing, shambling army of various undead creatures drawn by
Just slowly,
Do we
curiously
have a
limping
rope?
towards us.
Grappling
Use
hook,
your
grappling hook rope.
Police tape.
well the
I
shambling
need to use that to cordon off area.
Block off this
the
doorway.
shambling
Yeah,
undead are
horrible.
coming from the city towards the palace, and so you guys are kind of now in front of the palace as like a shambling horde is sort of.
so we
From, like,
we
outside
should
the
probably
castle.
get inside
Yeah.
and close the door behind
Or
us.
we climb up,
Go from the top.
get up above, and
Do
go
we
in a
see any
different
easy
entrance.
way to like? Is there? The place is kind of broken down. Is there a way we could climb to the top? I mean, we're
I
not.
imagine, yeah, it was probably once a very solid structure, a very smooth structure, but now it does look like you could kind of climb. There is sort of a position you can kind of climb up. Get a few handholds and footholds, and like maybe one of you, the more dexterous of you, can climb up and then set up a rope that the others can sort of shimmy up. But it will require one of you to make that climb first.
Is that me? Somebody else?
Are you
Are you
dexterous?
nimble,
I have a-
nimbly?
I have a 13 deck.
I mean,
I also have a 13 dexterity.
I've got a
I have a
16
12.
dexterity.
Oh, that's
so.
gonna be
oh,
you
yeah.
then.
All right. Looks like
Okay,
it's up
Miles.
to me. It's a
Hey,
shame.
Miles.
It's a shame I almost took explosive boots. In which case I could have
Aw.
rocket manned my way up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just been like,
Weird class.
yeah. I think it's actually like a hodgepodge of classes that Shawn found and was like, ooh, this one's a good ability, and this
A little
one.
bit of a Franken class.
Yeah, I love it though.
Yeah.
But I'm going to try and kind of climb my way up to the top.
Oh.
9,
Yeah, I think
10,
you
11.
made it.
Yeah.
Yep.
I think he's got it.
So you watch Miles sort of
Miles, huh?
All right,
work his
we've
way.
done this.
This is just how Haki processes
This is how he remembers
information.
names.
Yeah. This is my normal.
He hasn't been saying it, but every time anyone says their name, he's just being like, Osvald, huh?
Oswald.
Tenna, huh?
It's just that we keep saying your name. So.
Yeah.
You guys are like way overdoing the saying my name thing.
Like,
trying to prove
they
you're
sure
fucking in
address
on
him
this.
by direct my name before. That was not a sentence.
By name for.
Yep. Okay.
So,
All right, everyone.
so you're able to sort of shimmy your way up about a story or two. It's actually fairly high. It would have been very dangerous if you'd fallen, but you didn't. And you find a nice place to secure a rope that the rest of you can kind of fairly easily work your way up. So you've actually climbed up into this building. You see the undead sort of shamble around outside where you were, but now you are inside. You're in a room which has a doorway in it. There, and it seems fairly empty. There's maybe a bed, possibly. It could have been a bed in the past, but currently it's just sort of an empty room.
There's no one sleeping in there.
Nope.
Are we sure?
I mean,
Okay, let's explore a bit. Is there any like way? So we're inside, right?
yeah, you're inside now.
Is there any like way? Are there doors and stuff that go out of this room further into the building?
Yeah, there's a single door.
Does
I
it look
cordon off the
secure like
window.
I mean, do we
Please
think this
save.
door latch or whatever, however they close, is going to hold?
I mean, it seems like a
Or is
a
it-
kind of a stone door with hinges that are still somewhat intact. So you could close it, perhaps lock it. You're not sure, but it's
Could-
possible.
So
Could I pick up just like a big loose rock and set it down in front of the door?
Yeah.
Cool.
okay,
you
so
want me to make a strength check to see how big of a
Wait,
rock I can put in
you're
front
gonna
of
lock
the
us
door?
in the room?
yeah,
So that the horde can't push the door
we're up.
open.
We're
No, we
we're
went
up.
Oh, we
up.
climbed.
We climbed up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I
not coming
was
out.
really
It's
confused. I was
like-
like, we need to go through that door.
Yeah.
Right.
We live here now.
Guys, I
This
finally
is-
climb up the ladder and I'm like, oh.
We get it. We go in through a window, and Tenna just immediately blocks off the only door we could leave there.
So I was downstairs.
I got it,
and
guys,
I was
I
like,
got it.
I'll block this door.
What are we doing? What are you?
Where did everyone go?
I'm
you guys are
gonna-
like, up here.
Tenna.
Tenna, climb the ladder.
I'm gonna use Trap Expert to try and gain some holds, so I can start like checking for traps
Okay.
as we go forward in this whole thing. And you said I get +1 on this for my.
Yep.
6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12.
Is
All right, so I get 3 holds,
Okay.
which I can use to like find out if there's traps and what activates them.
All right.
So I will use 1 hold to. Is this door trapped?
It is not.
Fantastic.
There is a giant stone blocking you, but you can move it out of the way.
Yeah, Tenna, move
I'll
this
get
down.
it. Hold on. Oops.
Your initiative is really appreciated.
Yeah, I was
It
just
is.
right. Thanks, Miles. I'll get this out of the way.
Miles, huh? That's his name. He's sweating every time he says that's his name. He's just like, Miles.
So the door is easy to open, and you guys can.
After the rock's been removed.
Yeah. After Tenna moves the rock that she placed there, and it opens up into a hallway that is a very grand hallway that leads. You see other rooms along the way. And it looks like there's a couple of different paths that you could follow at the moment. Pithka, you have the feeling of, you feel where this guy's drawing you, and it's definitely to the right. That's where you need to go.
We need to go to the right.
All right.
Okay. I was getting a real lefty vibe, to be honest, but
No, the way is telling me it is to the right.
all right.
Our destiny lies to the right.
Wait a second. Right.
2 against 1.
You know, the big guy says so. I think we should go to the right.
Yeah, I can't fight those numbers.
All right, you guys start heading down the right side of the path and working your way down there, and eventually you find a stairway that leads sort of upwards, and you go up and there's sort of a very large, sort of even slightly grander hallway that you guys are entering into, and there's a series of sort of statues along this sort of wallway as you're walking, and some of the statues are very broken, but there's 4 in particular that look very pristine.
Unusually pristine.
Okay,
Unnaturally pristine.
I'm gonna check to see if this is some sort of trap that can like trigger them, like coming to life or anything like that. Does it seem possible?
Yeah, that seems very possible.
Okay. Can I tell what activates it?
There's a pressure plate that seems, you don't know exactly how it is, but you notice that under one of these stones along the walkway, there are a couple of stones that just have a slight rune carved into them that looks like might cause issue.
Okay. I'm gonna point this out to everybody and be like, hey, so I'm not 100% sure how we're gonna avoid all this, but I'm pretty sure that this place is trapped. So we need to avoid stepping on any of these pressure plates, any of these like tiles on the ground here which have these runes on them.
Wait, what do the runes look like?
This might be more difficult than I imagined.
Pithka, just only step on, like, only follow my
Oswald, could you
my
like
feet.
carry Pithka?
Good.
I guess we could do that too.
That might be a good idea.
Okay.
You don't want to just hold on to the back of me and just follow me like a duckling through the room?
That could work too.
I mean, if you want to.
Why is it called a piggyback ride?
I don't know.
Well, I assume it's because they're those long things. They have those long legs, and it
Oh,
just
yeah.
seems like
The
natural.
You could ride on-
extra arms.
You could
Seems
sit on
like
them
you
and
could ride on the back of one of those.
Yeah. Hold on to their manes and
Yeah.
spur them.
Right. I think that's how you ride it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that makes sense.
So that's why they call it a
piggyback
piggyback.
Right.
Piggyback ride, yeah.
Which piggyback do you want?
He's slightly larger.
So I pick him up and put Pithka on my shoulder. Can I do that?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll do that.
Should be fairly easy.
Okay, so let's try and make our way
Just
across.
carrying Pithka like a sack of potatoes.
Yeah.
Let's try and make our way across.
Yeah, I actually
the-
prefer like complete
Just
sack of
schlumping
potatoes.
over your shoulder.
So you guys sort of carefully walk through this. Gideon slowly sort of points out like any dangerous tiles that you should avoid. And you pretty easily walk around these. Eventually, though, you do enter a room that has two men that are armored. And at first, they look like they're wearing fairly nice armor. They're kind of somewhat heavily armored. And then you notice their faces don't look like exactly like human faces anymore. They look decayed and very like gaunt faces. But they, as you walk in, both their eyes open and glow and look straight at you and just start moving towards you.
We thought this might happen.
In the name of the free city of Tyr, I command you to stop. Do not obstruct our business here, or I will have to place you under arrest.
You'll do
Haki,
it.
I'm sure that's gonna work one day.
Well, hasn't yet.
They
Keep trying to get a trend going. No one seems like want to get on board.
No one respects your authority.
they
Everyone keeps resisting arrest.
They make a noise, a gurgling noise that almost sounds like laughter as they approach.
Oh, that was creepy.
Yeah.
Maybe if we can get them to laugh enough.
Maybe
They'll
they'll laugh to
laugh.
death.
I reset my explosive gloves in a few minutes.
If there's
Yep.
anything that I
We
learned
would've had
from
time.
Who Framed Roger Rabbit, it's
It
that
just takes a
that
few
can
spare
happen.
minutes.
Yeah, you laughed to death.
Yes.
All right. So you got these
These
two
days you're gonna die.
armored undead creatures moving towards you. They look like they're humanoid, but it's hard to tell with all the armor. The armor clearly looks somewhat draconic in nature, and their faces are very gaunt. But they are moving towards you now.
I project force on the one on the right.
Okay.
I believe in our strength, and I believe in my strength.
Yeah.
I don't
shit.
get that joke.
No.
It's because that's what the Cecilia told me.
No, I thought we were gonna do a laugh him to death.
I still am definitely for that.
I kind of like that.
Yeah.
Set and, okay, so I failed that.
Yeah. So you take a D10 damage.
Ooh.
Ouch.
That's a
And
D12.
It's a D12.
Don't
Yeah.
roll that.
If you guys,
boy.
if I happen to kill you guys, I'm following Sean's adventure. That's why.
Sean is famous for killing
Blame
players.
Sean. Oh.
But I get a 4 armor on that because I use project force.
Yep.
Well, that's good.
So
Nice.
that's fine.
So he only takes some of that.
That's pretty
So-
tanky.
I'm gonna go after the same one he's going after and just use a telekinetic strike and be like, "What's the deal with draconic armor?"
They didn't think it was funny,
They
Pithka.
did not.
Didn't do much good for the
So
dragon,
that
did
is
it?
a 7.
Yeah. So on a 7, okay, you deal damage, but you choose one. So which one do you want to choose?
I am gonna be stunned.
Yeah. So you still do damage, but it really, there's a lot of feedback in this, and it stops you from pursuing next round. 1 damage.
1 damage.
Brutal.
Not reduced by armor.
Yeah. It's straight damage, thankfully. But
I'll attempt to take my troll strength stance.
Yeah.
That time I made
You
it.
did it.
And what is that? Okay, cool. So, because I rolled a 10 plus, I'm going to use my versatile stance, which allows me to take 2 stances. So I'll also take my Mind Unchained stance, which lets me attack from afar and gives me +1 piercing.
okay.
So, let's see if I can hit him. 7, 8, 9, 10, baby.
All right. So you do damage
Yeah.
from far away.
From far away. 7, 8, 9, 10.
10 damage.
10
And,
damage. +1 piercing.
+1 piercing. Okay. Awesome. Give that to this guy.
Try to shake off the cobwebs.
We get it.
Okay, then I'm gonna yell, "Why don't we start this thing with a bang?" and toss one of my concussive grenades at
Okay.
Oh, I didn't do a joke.
Oh,
yeah.
it. You can
You really
retroactively
ought to
come
take
up
a
with one.
stand.
Yeah, I feel like you're doing the joke for me. You know?
You took a stand.
All right, 6, 7, 8. So I throw the grenade, but it falls slightly wide of the mark, does not detonate at the right moment, or I have to move my shot to place me in danger. You pick.
Oh, I pick. So it doesn't quite fall. You throw it but you don't account for the fact that you're indoors. So it actually, as it arcs, hits the roof and comes down about like half the distance that you want it to. So what happens when?
It's just creatures in the blast range are stunned, and so that just
Okay,
changes it.
you managed to stun one of them, but not both of them.
Sure.
I think I'm the only one that has fun, right? Mm-hmm. How many are there?
There are 2.
2. And they're just slowly walking towards
Yep,
us?
slowly walking towards it.
All right. Well, I've heard of moving slow, but this is ridiculous.
Wah, wah, wah.
9.
9. Okay. Roll your damage.
8.
8 damage.
Plus
All right.
1 piercing.
Okay, cool. See, so you do, you run at him, you're using your sword,
Yeah.
and you slice at him.
Knee bash.
Knee bash, and you just
Knee bash.
wham. And he does sort of like hobble a little bit, but he does use his sword and like conks you with the
Aw.
butt. Yeah, with the pommel. Just and you take a D10.
With the holy part.
Yeah.
That's actually the technical term. Max.
And armor or no armor?
Yeah, you can reduce by armor.
The what?
The holy part.
The holy part, yeah.
1 damage Which
Almost kind of
I
a
have a
slang
temporary
thing.
hit
The part
point
where your
from
handy
Farquaad.
goes.
Nice.
Yep.
The handy
No
putty
damage.
slashy holder.
Yeah, you feel, you take the hit,
non-pointy
but you
hat.
feel like that was nothing. I don't even care about that.
I don't. I've been told I'm hard-headed.
The hand grab, no ouchie.
All right, new round.
Okay, I'm gonna project force on the one on the right again. Ghouls attack like this, but half giants attack like this. Okay, it's a 9.
9.
So I'm gonna take a -1 forward.
All right.
But you really showed him.
Yeah, I ever
noticed?
We do that? Is that really what we look
What is the deal with these armored ghouls?
The ghouls are like, we do attack like that.
6 with 3
So
piercing.
accurate.
3
So
piercing.
accurate.
All right.
Yeah.
It's
So-
just like me.
A very solid hit against these 2 ghouls, but they are both still up.
They are both still up.
Right. How about I take a stab at it? And I stab one with my stiletto.
Okay.
Come on,
Oh.
all of us. 9, 10, 11.
All right. That's it.
And that's
Stop.
piercing 1.
10, 11.
Ooh.
All right, so that's
That's really
a
dumb.
D8 with piercing 1. So that's 4.
All right. So solid hit to him, just like. And this is the one you stunned, so he doesn't have it. He can't even possibly react. So you get a good few like stabs at him. You're like, ha ha ha.
I guess
From hell's
I'll,
heart, I stab at
I'll
thee.
cut straight to the punch. 8, 9, 10, 11.
Yep. Roll that damage.
9.
No, that's a 1 actually.
Oh.
Unfortunately.
Any piercing?
Yeah, it's actually 4 plus 1 piercing.
Okay, then you punch through this one of the ones, the non-stun one, as it moves forward. You just punch through, and it just kind of crumples and like it falls apart.
I guess he didn't get the joke.
You
Is
brought
that
him to
is that a
pieces.
joke?
I
So,
telegraphed it correctly.
I think I'm still stunned.
Oh yeah, you're stunned, so you don't get a chance to go.
All right.
So new round.
Oh, I didn't go. Right? No. Did I go first?
Yeah, you went first.
That's right.
So, but you can go again now.
I can now. I'm a mess.
If whichever one of us is right, you still get a chance to go right now.
All right. Well, I'm having a smashing good time.
They're not laughing at us anymore. We've just like decided this is what we're doing.
It's a 10.
I don't think they were laughing at a joke to begin with.
No, but we all find it funny. And isn't that really what matters?
It really gurgled, and we sort of like personified it as a laugh.
Yeah.
They're laughing.
That sounded like a laugh. Kill him!
And we just like got off on the
So 7
attention
plus 1
so much that
All
we're
right.
like, keep doing this.
Yeah.
We're all comedians, we get that. It's an addiction.
What did you say before?
Even
Having a
if they're
smashing
dead, they're
good
gonna laugh at
time.
You go,
us.
I'm having a smashing good time, and just like downward strike, and literally,
Like the flat side.
yeah, with a flat side, and just crush it as it
Nice.
falls. And so you've destroyed these 2 armored guys.
Looks like we crushed it.
I was gonna do a Rodney Dangerfield joke.
Oh.
That's too bad.
Well, no,
can
you
say
can
that.
you can still hit one. I mean, they're still here.
Oh, okay. You can run up and like.
So I walk into a room and these 2 ghouls come at me and kind of start attacking me, and it's like I get no respect.
No respect at all.
We're all just like.
And I'm like, oh, they laughed. They laughed. Yes.
You brought them to their knees, Oswald. They just went to
You know,
pieces.
there's 7 things you can't say to ghouls.
Yeah.
In ancient city, dead kill you.
All just standing around these ghouls, like pitching
Dead
jokes.
bodies. Still
pitching meta out of the world.
Yeah, like,
Joke parodies.
You know, let's just have a ghouls night out. I just want to dance.
All right. Ooh, they just make a circle around all their swords and their armor.
So you've dispatched the 2 ghouls that were standing in this in
call
front
it
of
that.
this at the end of this hallway, and now there are 2 doors in front of you that they were clearly guarding.
Should we check for?
I've got one more hold. I'll check the door for a trap.
Okay.
Okay, it is. It looks like it might be trapped.
I'm gonna
Probable.
I'm gonna try and disarm traps my way.
Okay. Okay. So I would say roll just so I can see what the results are.
That's a 6, and I guess what is that? Dex or intelligence?
I would say intelligence.
All right, then that's 8.
Okay. So describe what you're going to tell these people and.
So basically, I just tell everyone, all right, everybody stand back, and I kind of go, I go up to the door, and I'm like, listening in on it, and like, I'm doing all this stuff that looks very like precise and precision-y, but I'm actually like, putting in the equivalent of like C4 clay into like various like crevices and that kind of thing. And I work all the detonator. It doesn't look like I'm building a bomb to anyone who doesn't like know that that's like my jam. But I set it all through. I like kind of like lead a wire away from it, which isn't exactly a wire. It's more just like a rope that's been alchemically treated. Yeah, it's an alchemically treated fuse that like burns a certain thing. Like get a little away from it. I'm like, all right, everybody stand back. I pull out one of my like matches, light a cigar, smoke that, light the
Classic Miles.
yeah, light the string, throw it down. I go, let's step into the next room, right, everybody?
Bringing down the house.
Yep.
Okay.
So you guys.
Why?
Oh, cause I'm disarming some traps here. You guys gonna want to trust me on this one.
Sometimes the trap still goes off, and so we just avoid it.
Yeah.
Okay.
So hopefully after a few seconds.
So are all you following him?
Yes.
Okay, you guys just find a side room. I'm gonna have, and don't worry too much about this. Everyone just roll Defy Danger. It shouldn't be a terrible thing. Just
What are we rolling on?
It's just danger.
Yeah, just not a big deal.
let's just say Dexterity, as like you hear an explosion and the room starts to shake a little bit.
Okay. Mine is 5, 6, 7.
7. Okay.
That's
Oh,
it.
yeah.
10.
10. We'll count that.
Okay.
Okay. So that was also 6, chat.
That's gonna be. Oh, and I'm taking a -1, so that's a 6.
Okay.
So I feel boy.
Nice. 10.
10.
10 for
All right,
Tenna.
I'll say the room starts to shake. Oswald, you kind of fall on your butt, but nothing bad happens. If enough of you failed, I was going to make stuff happen. But since
Only one of us.
but since you all you're all rolled really well,
It's okay.
you hear a blast, and things start to shake. And when you re-enter the hallway, you notice that while the door's locking mechanism and stuff was blown open, this is an ancient ruin. It has sort of opened, blown a hole in the big enough that allowed the section of it to collapse a little bit. So now, what was going to be a straight path is more of a windy-ish place.
Yeah, sometimes it happens.
Yeah.
Thanks for setting off that trap.
Oh yeah, no
Miles.
problem.
Yeah.
Hey, you see that? That could have been us, right? I look around. I'm just like, guys, just don't make a big deal out of this.
That door was super trapped.
Yeah.
Good job, Miles.
Yep.
Yeah. Miles, huh?
That's his name.
So you guys have to follow a sort of more windy, roundabout way that takes quite a while. Pithka, luckily, is able to direct you. Clearly the most convenient and fastest way around this to where you need to go. And you do finally find yourself...
Definitely the most efficient way.
Yeah, it's good job.
You finally find yourself in a sort of a very grand opening. Very like the floors are so very, very shiny, like a very polished stone that is very shiny, and very large columns It almost, I mean, this room seems almost too big for a room. It seems like it should be outside. It's so open and large. And the end of it, there's a very grand set of double doors and 3 guards again in front of it that see you as you kind of like make your way out and like drop down, and you're like, oh, look at all that. And then you just see the 3 guards, and then they start moving towards you.
You're under arrest.
One of the guards goes, oh, shit. and then the others nudge him. He goes, oh, yeah.
Damn it!
The other guard's like,
almost
we're
had
the
it.
law in this town.
Really close that time.
Yeah.
All right, so I'm gonna attack the one in the middle. Project force.
All right.
I believe in our strength. I believe in my strength. That's a 7.
You might want to stop saying that.
Yeah.
But I have this. What Cecilia told me.
Go magic.
Oh yeah, listen to Cecilia.
Yeah.
Hey, buddy, we're not taking sides or anything.
So that's a 7. So I'm gonna take -1 forward.
Yep.
And here comes my damage. 6 with 3 piercing.
Get him!
Woo! Boom! Woo! Yes.
6 damage.
Yo.
3 piercing. Okay. So, anyone up?
Me? Oh, go for it.
Oh, okay. I'm gonna attack the same one that Osvald is attacking.
All right.
All right. Let's see what happens. That is a 7.
7. You attack him with your sword.
Yeah.
All right. You run at it, and as you get close, you feel like you can you kind of trade blows, and you feel like you can get a good stab at him, but you're gonna open yourself up for damage if you do it.
I'm fine with that.
Okay. All right.
I'm
then
absolutely fine
roll
with
your
that.
damage.
My Haynes, you're already 12 again.
Yes. There it is.
Ooh.
So, that's
Plus
12
1 piercing.
plus 1 piercing. Okay. So you guys trade blows, and you feel like you start to go in, and he definitely you have to put yourself in danger, and you actually he go across his sword as you
I have to lean into the wound.
Yeah, into the wound a little bit, so you take a d10, but you definitely kill this guy in doing it.
Nice.
Oh.
Worth it.
Yeah.
Reduced by armor, obviously.
1 damage.
Yep.
I'll take my troll strength stance. It's 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And I'll attack. Okay. Wow. It's definitely going to hit him. All right.
Wow.
That's 13 damage.
13 damage. Any of that piercing?
No.
Okay.
No
Okay.
piercing, just 13, man.
All right. So you run up to this one guy, troll strength, and just like straight up Batman punch, double punch.
I do the ultimate two fists and a kick.
Yeah.
Do a this.
3-point
Yeah,
contact.
3-point contact
Yeah.
punch.
You really and he's shaking. He's at that anime stage where it's his whole body's shaking, and one little bink, and he just will shatter like glass.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, I'm gonna use. I'm gonna aid Miles
Okay.
in whatever his next action is with a little telekinetic
All right.
boost.
Miles aid.
Boost.
Everybody here really likes you. Oh, I'm sorry.
So
that's
that is
6, 7, 8, 9. 9.
Dope.
Yeah. We'll say that gives you.
So I expose myself to danger, but he takes a +1 forward.
All right. So you push. We'll say for now I'll hold on to that. So all right,
Okay.
I'm gonna hold on to
So I'm gonna. Who's still up?
There's still two of these 3 guards up. One took a very heavy hit from Haki, and one is fine.
Okay, is there anyone around the one who's fine?
No.
Okay, I don't want to go just for the... I don't want to be the only one on one of them.
Yeah.
So I'm going to run at the one that Haki already hit and kind of like cock back the... So I've been thinking about it, and I think that the way my... Because I used to have the detonators on the inside of my glove, so it hits them and it explodes, but I blew off 2 of my fingers doing that. So the way it's set now is I punch like that, and there's like a pressure plate here, which like launches like the explosives that's like cocked back on the back of my hand, kind of like a taxi driver gun style, where he goes and he like pulls out the pistol, but instead it just goes bam and just like launches the gunpowder at it. So I just like run up and I'm gonna try and jump on Haki's back, like step on Haki's back, and then just like come down on the guy.
All right.
So I'm using you as a springboard.
Okay.
That's a 10, 11, 12.
You got it.
Nice.
Yeah.
Yes!
Do it.
Okay. I jump on Haki's back, come down, and just like smack the guy in the head.
So much flavor.
This the one that Haki was fighting?
Yeah.
Okay.
You did.
That's 4, 5, 6, 7.
All right, 7. You come down and just bam, and he just like just is fucking gone. He does though. He a piece of his armor, they had very jagged armor, flies off and strikes Pithka for a d6 damage.
Oh no.
Oh man.
Oh.
Don't roll that.
So you're sitting there, and then you just feel like.
So is it reduced by armor?
Yeah, we'll say reduced by armor.
I don't have any.
I was like, wait. When does
throw
that
a-
become an issue for you?
I throw a pair of handcuffs down on the ashes.
Yeah.
Now he's really under arrest.
Really
All right.
under arrest.
There's still one up and running. Is everyone gone? Yep.
Think so?
Next
So,
round.
New round.
Next round.
Project
Good.
force.
Check that shit.
That's so it's what would that 2? So that's 8.
8.
All right, and here we go with that damage. It's 5 with 3 piercing.
Okay. Nice hit.
So I'm going to use my speed divination to figure out the most effective way to get this guy down.
Nice.
And that's like a 13. So
Okay.
that gives me 3 hold that I can basically give to anyone as timely advice to
Okay.
assist them.
Nice.
Cool. I'm gonna punch him.
Okay.
Yay!
I like
I
it.
tell you exactly where to punch him.
Yep.
Nice. Yeah, you
Except
did.
Except I didn't really do that.
What's
because there's
wrong,
no
Haki?
reason
I thought
to.
we were done with the punchlines.
Ah, damn it.
Aw.
That's,
Another one?
4.
That gets me so excited every
4?
time.
I
By the
know.
way.
The 10, the fake 10.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
All right.
it's 4 damage.
So Tenna and Miles, eh?
Yep. All right. I shall attempt further stabbage. I shall succeed in
succeeded
further
further
stabbage.
Definitely succeeds.
Stabbage.
Stabbage? What's this?
Dodge.
Further stabbage? No.
Cocked.
All right.
Go for it again.
3rd time's a charm.
Lower it every
Literally the
time.
lowest one.
Lower every time.
5 plus 1 piercing.
All right. All right. It's still up and running. And Gideon.
Okay, I'm going to fling a grenade at it. Fling a concussive grenade to try and stun it.
All right.
So we get another round to fucking take it out. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
All right. You stun it. It just kind of sort of seems not to be. It's just kind of stuck there.
That's all I do, you know?
Yeah.
That's all I gotta do. Hit it with a grenade.
Is this guy alive?
No.
Okay. Just curious.
He's still up, but
I meant like he's not living.
I knew what you meant.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, can you really call that living?
7.
You
He has
call
no
that
creative
living?
outlet.
That's a 10.
All right. Do your thing.
All right.
There we go. That's what we
13.
like to
13
see.
damage.
damage.
Yeah.
Works
You,
for
That's
minimum
the
wage. His kids
real
don't talk to
stuff.
him anymore.
you murder him. Just double punch to the sides of the head and just squish his
Just
head.
squish him.
Sweet. I like
Can you
squishing
murder
things.
that which is already dead?
Yeah.
Yeah.
yes.
you
In
can.
fact, you
Oh,
can.
I hope not, because like
Notice all
my
of the
character
carnage.
is definitely a pacifist, and I've been going under the guise that these things are dead, so I'm allowed to kill them.
Well, I think that's
You're
fair.
allowed to dispatch them.
Because everything else, all my attacks, I get like when I'm attacking with the intent to incapacitate, I get a +1.
Oh.
A 10.
Well, yeah, these things are dead
I'm like a
already.
good cop who doesn't use deadly force, you know. So just trying to
That
be
seems
a-
like an oxymoron.
just trying to be an example for the rest of the force, you know.
So you're
And mule lives matter to him, you know.
you're not Clint Eastwood. You're
No, I'm John Wayne.
John Wayne. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
You're that era of Western cops.
Yeah, still a really gross, nasty, imperialistic white man, but like,
Oh
but
man,
he thinks
have you
he's
seen The
better.
Searchers?
No,
Yeah.
no.
It's so good.
It's great, but it also is just like I mean the character is just like
Yeah.
horrifically racist against Indians.
But what I love is it's the Searchers. It's like you're not supposed to be like, yeah, John Wayne's cool in this. You're like, John Wayne's an asshole. Like,
You're
why
like,
is he
this guy's
so
a
racist?
fucking dick.
She's too much like them. You know, you're like,
Yeah, you just kill her now.
yeah, it's like, what? No.
For those
That's
who don't
not
know
the
the
answer.
Searchers, they spend like years trying to find this girl who was abducted by Indians, and because she's kind of like been become part of their society,
Accepted
when you
into
get there,
their-
he's like, we should just kill her.
She's gone
useless
native.
now. Yeah,
Exactly.
and he's got like a half Indian like boy who is like works with him, and he just treats him like shit until
Well,
he
half of
becomes
you is
son
a
to
devil,
him.
you know.
I watched an old Marilyn Monroe movie the other day. I can't remember what it's called, but they basically end up having to get on like a homemade raft and float down a river. The title of the movie has something to do with a river, but I literally just can't remember what it's called. It's probably like Down the River or something stupid. But the guy is such a dick in that movie, but he's like, but it's like super romanticized, and I'm just like, what is happening in
talking-
this movie?
we're talking-
Romance back in the day was always a bit rapey.
No,
Yeah,
it still
very-
is. I was
yeah.
a friend of mine was talking
And
to me
like
about
aggressive and just
50 Shades of Grey. Apparently, in that movie, like the girl goes out drinking, and he was like, "No, it's dangerous. You shouldn't do this." And it's presented in the movie like, "Isn't he caring?" He
Yeah.
went to a bar and stopped her from being. Yeah, it's like you're my
From
girlfriend. You
having
can't.
a good time.
Yeah, isn't he so sweet?
Oh.
This is
I mean,
dangerous.
I don't think anyone thinks 50 Shades of Grey is like healthy relationship shit.
No one does.
I don't know. She signed a contract.
It's all binding.
Yeah. So
Binding.
you murderized these undead guards that were standing in front of this great.
We
giant-
re-deaded them.
Yeah, you re-dead them, and now there's this very large doorway, and you see sort of as you kind of examine it, there is sort of a pulsing glow that is coming from the other side of this door. You can see underneath the lip of the doorway.
Unrelated, I say, I think we need to go through this door.
Oh, of
You
course
can't
he
see the
does.
pulsing glow, so,
So
it's like, I
it's
don't
got to
know,
be believable.
How do you know there's a door there?
this door is actually kind of throwing off some warning signals for me.
Should we take a gander?
I think we should knock.
But
You have
not
a
with,
warrant?
We've been very rude.
with one of your
Officer.
stone hands.
you got a warrant right here?
What's
This
that?
isn't an illegal search and seizure, is it?
Do you think there will be a trap? Is there anything we could do about it? Or
I could do another trap expert check.
Okay.
I mean, you could. It's not. I want you guys to go through this door.
All right, let's go through the friggin' door, right?
Just go already.
All right, who wants to take point on this one?
Before you're even done with your sentence, he's already through the door. Like, oh, go, hurry.
I like this guy. I mean, I also dislike him on many levels.
I like this guy. I disagree with
about
everything he
you.
stands for and hate him personally, but I like this guy.
It's the sort of thing where like I dislike you on principle, and I like can't dislike you in actuality though.
Yeah. Well, the only reason I became a police officer is because I was like a freed
Yeah,
slave,
you knocked down the banner.
and
Oh.
and I'm a cop just to make
Gosh.
sure that Tyr doesn't have slaves.
Uh-huh.
No,
Eric, come
you took down the other side.
You don't know that?
This is like a,
was
like
like
a
that
funny
already.
bit.
Oh.
And physical comedy.
Certainly worth it after that one
Ah.
Yeah.
The day the barkeep banner died. So, somehow
We
by
knocked
the
that
end
down
of this
so many
session-
times.
By the end of the session, everything's on fire.
But all of us are still just.
Sean, what happened?
This is what happens when you leave us to our own devices.
Where are Sean and Dom?
They come in. This is why we can't have nice things.
Sax just gave us spaghetti with butter on it. It's not real dinner.
That's not real spaghetti. When's Sean coming home?
That's definitely my favorite joke of the day.
Solid bits. Solid bits.
I'll take guys.
So you guys make your way through, like Haki knocks on the door, and you see what
Yeah.
is
With his
clearly
stone
a throne room, and you notice a shape of a person that is not quite super corporeal, but looks definitely like a humanoid creature sitting on a throne, and it's just sort of pulsing, and you see it sort of like this like energy being drawn in.
Like he's absorbing it.
like the
I
throne
sense
itself
that the
is?
champion is in this room.
I think you're nailing it, Pithka.
Yeah. He's onto something.
So
Does it seem like the throne is an important conduit to this, or is it?
Or is he just being like, yeah?
it seems like it's just he's drawing it. Yeah, it seems like this throne is being back on this throne is drawing something to him.
Okay, in that case, I want to tell everyone, like, all right, this is obviously going to become quite a conflict pretty fast. You guys need to distract him from me. I'm going to try and take out the throne, and then we can deal with him
Okay.
directly.
What kind of humanoid creature, or can we tell?
It's just like shadowy, and it's got 2 arms, 2 legs, and a head and a torso.
But we couldn't like look at it and be like, that used to be a.
Yeah.
Dre, or
Are we all ready?
We were all born ready.
Okay. Hey, stop using magic!
The classic. You see
our battle
Oswald.
cry.
You say that to him?
Yeah.
All right.
This is the Oswald
I
opening.
mean, like Oswald and I just take
You
like
hear-
battle stance right in front of him.
You hear a high-pitched scream in your head, and what order are you standing in? I know you two are kind of in the front.
I'd probably be in front.
Yeah, me too.
Okay, so the 3 of you all sort of hear this scream, so you have to make a wisdom defy dangers.
Oh, I'm gonna do great on that.
Yeah.
Oh.
Real good.
Look at you.
12.
You have good wisdom, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Not that you needed it with that roll.
5, 8, 9, 10. No, 8. Yeah, 9, 10.
Okay.
Yes.
Woo!
That's technically a 9.
God, I love those dice.
That's a 9?
Yeah.
right.
Am I able to aid Tenna?
Yeah, I would say you could if you make that your action this turn.
So that's going to be a 9.
All right, I would say that like you feel it start to overcome you, but you feel like Pithka's presence keep walling you off and protecting you. But that's Pithka's turn for this. So yeah, so now there's you pissed off this ghost and it sort of rises up.
Instantly.
And it-
Instantly on his bad side.
It rises up. The pulsing seems to stop as it sort of leaves the chair, but it starts coming towards the 5 of you.
You're under arrest.
It's gonna work one of these times.
You're going to arrest someone.
I've arrested at least 8 people on our way here, so.
All right.
You carry a lot of handcuffs.
We established it. He has
established-
about 60 handcuffs. One of them are metal.
One metal pair, the
Oh.
rest are all cloth.
Yeah.
So it's just a piece of rope.
Yeah.
Pre-fashioned.
Yeah, pre-made into cuffs though.
Yeah, he's
I
probably
mean,
he probably got it set so he can
it's
like
like a-
pull a
it's
cord
like
and
a,
they
um,
like tighten really.
Yeah,
good.
it's like a primitive version of like the
Zip
pulley
tie.
zip ties. Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly.
Or like those Chinese finger traps.
yeah.
Yeah.
The more they struggle, the tighter the ropes get.
All right, try to take my stance.
That's why you don't
here.
resist arrest.
Nice.
That'll work for sure. So I'm going to use my versatile stance because it was a. Oh no, that's a 10 plus. So then I'm going to put myself in some danger in order to take 2 stances.
Okay.
So I'm in some sort of danger, but I'm now taking my troll strength stance and the mind unchained stance, which gives me the reach and +1 piercing, which is 8 plus 1 piercing.
Roll
Okay.
50.
Mm-hmm.
You do 50 damage.
So 8 plus 1 was that?
Mhm.
Okay. Math. I hate math. All right. Okay. Good. So you put yourself in danger in doing the troll strength stance and the mind unchained. You feel like you kind of. You feel like the presence that you shook off when he screamed. You feel it come back a little bit, and you take a D8 of psychic damage.
Sure.
As
Boy. That's okay.
No big.
No biggie.
We'll be fine.
ain't no thing.
Oh, I haven't even been using one of my things. Well, we'll start using it now. I have
No
enhanced.
time like the present.
Yeah.
I have enhanced pain when I hit somebody. The next attack that hits deals 1 plus 1d4. That's a new thing I forgot to be using. Anyway, I'm going to do project force on him. Here we go. That's going to be a 5.
5. Okay. You try and project force. You feel like you in your mind, you kind of focus on your weapon and you swing it, and you feel the force actually coalesce like it would normally do, but not where you. But instead of but it feels different, and then you realize it coalesces in front of him and comes towards you
no.
and does a D12 damage.
Oh no! Oh no!
Why are you hitting yourself?
Stop hitting yourself.
Stop
Okay.
hitting yourself.
No.
Oh, that's 3
Is
piercing,
it
right?
reduced?
Not this. This is psychic damage.
No. Okay.
What'd you take?
3 damage.
What's that put you at?
16.
Okay, you're so good.
Cool. So I'm going to, as they're attacking him, I'm gonna try and kind of dart around the outside of the room and get behind. I want to try and get to the throne with the object of setting up using my bomber advance move to bomb the fuck out of it.
Yeah, I would say you can start to get there and make a roll to start setting up.
Sure. Would that be dexterity?
Yeah, we'll say dex.
Okay. So that's a 5, 6, 7.
7.
So I got good dexterity.
All right. You start setting it up, but you do feel like being this close to him. You feel the presence of his mind trying to influence you and hurt you. So you do take a D8 while you're, or you can back off or stay and continue your work and take damage.
I'll take my D8. Fucking 8. Oof.
Oh.
That's okay. It's okay. I knew this was coming.
All right. You start to work on destroying this throne.
Cool.
He's not sitting on it anymore. is he?
No, he's risen up out of it
Okay.
when he saw you guys enter. So all of you have gone. So new round. He again tries to throw his. You feel him scream once more, but instead of attacking your mind, you feel a shaking as some stone pieces actually fall, and the three of you once again defy danger.
Oh,
Dexterity.
no.
Alright.
Sorry.
That's gonna be 11.
Ooh.
Watch it, junkie.
Ooh. Give me that.
Dexterity.
Yeah.
5, 6, 8.
All right. No, not just them three.
Oh, I thought I was sick.
That's just, you said dexterity, right?
Yeah.
So that's just an 8.
All right. So Oswald is fine. The two of you take a D8.
Okay.
Can I hold those dice again?
Mm-hmm.
Armor.
Yeah, definitely armor.
Yoink. Oh. Ooh.
Ooh.
Goo.
All right, I take 4 damage.
I take
So-
0.
I'm going to use my speed divination and name the medium-term goal of destroying the throne
Okay.
to give him +1 forward, whatever he's trying to do. Which is a 6.
Woo.
So I'm going to give you some advice that's going to give you a -1 forward.
Oh.
I'm going to be like, no, the throne has a weak point right in the middle. You got to put explosives right in the middle of the back of the throne.
I kind of give you a little salute and then go back to what I'm doing.
Okay.
I'm going to lend help to Miles.
Miles.
Yeah.
Miles,
name?
eh?
It's gonna be a 9, so I'll take a -1 forward. And how much health do you have?
I am at 8, and I have 15
15.
total, so I can gain 7.
I'll give you 5.
Okay, great. Thank you.
Yeah.
All right. Haki, Tenna.
Okay. I mean, I'm just going to go in. I'm going to use aggressive tactics again so that I will deal damage even on a 6 less.
Matt heals Gideon for 1 hit point.
Who?
Matt.
Who?
Nice.
All right.
You mean Miles?
No,
Thanks, Matt.
He heals Gideon.
All right, fair enough.
Chat, don't ruin this for us.
You're gonna pull my cover, Chat? Come on!
What'd you roll?
Okay, so 7.
7. Okay.
Mhm.
So that'll hit. You're using so you can run in and slash at him, but you are gonna being this close to him, you're gonna you feel like it's gonna hurt your brain to get close in and slash at him or you can back off. And
Oh, and not do damage?
Yeah.
Oh, that's never going to happen.
okay, so do your damage, and then you'll take a D8 in return.
Oh!
Nice.
+1 piercing.
+1 piercing, not.
And what am I taking?
You're taking a D8.
All right. Armor, no armor.
No
'Cause
armor.
it's psionic.
Yeah,
right?
it's because it's psychic.
What?
Psychic.
Whoever heard of a psychic ghost?
Yeah. If he's so psychic, how could have just known he was gonna die, right? Am I right, Ronnie?
Right.
Why'd he die?
know
Why'd he
how
die
to
if he was
avoid
so psychic?
dying.
4, 5,
He
6,
was so
7,
good.
8, 9, 10.
10.
You rolled a 10 again? Oh, it's a 1.
It's a
I
1.
hate it. I hate it. I
So
hate it.
4 + 1 piercing.
Get a different
4 + 1 piercing. Okay.
I hate the 10 ones.
So you run
I've
up.
been rolling, but I rolled just as many 10s as I rolled 1s.
You roll.
Yeah.
You run
Yeah,
up.
but we remember all
and
of
you
the ones.
punch.
Because we always get excited.
You feel like you did connect a little bit, but it is a somewhat incorporeal being, so you don't think you did a lot to it.
Yeah. Great. I'm so happy.
All right. And the two of you and Gideon are now sort of within its range, and it just kind of it like just screams again, and all of you need to make defy danger. I'll take anything you want, but you're being pushed away. So whatever you think would be best, whether it's Dex or Strength or Constitution, whatever you think might keep you from being force pushed away, essentially.
Okay, I'm gonna try and do Dex just to like grab onto the back
Yeah.
of the throne as I like notice it's happening before I get pulled back. So that's
Nice.
6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11.
Yep. So you grab on and quickly enough to not be pushed away.
Cool.
I'm going to set up a little psionic shield to interfere with it. That's 6, 7, 8.
Okay.
9, 10 for just strength with my shield
Yeah,
up,
just kind of like,
bearing through it.
Just lean into it.
and then Haki.
Oh, you know, always Constitution for me.
Yeah.
Just gonna stone up, baby. That's 6 plus 9 plus my 1 defy danger is 10.
Yep. So all of you are able to withstand the force as he tries to push you all away.
All right.
So top of the round.
All right. I'm actually gonna go invisible because it looks like I wouldn't be doing some healing. All right, so I'm gonna do psionic invisibility. That's a 5 plus wisdom is a 7, but I take a -1 from the Lin health, so it's a 6, so it's a failure. I lose access to psionic invisibility.
Bummer.
And that's all that happens is just you choose to lose this spell.
Well, I don't. That just happens because it's a negative. It's so
Yeah.
under a 6. Yeah.
All right, so,
So-
check.
Nothing.
Nothing happens.
Does that cheer you up? Cool looking, right?
That's pretty cool. It does cheer me up. Thank you.
All right. So, who wants to go next?
Okay, I want to try and light the bomb
All
that
right.
I'm planning on this thing.
You're at -1.
All right.
Oh.
5, 6, 7. That's a 6. Fuck!
All right. You
Um,
you go to light this bomb, and then you strike the match and have the fuse, and you're like, huh, and then you feel your body just stop, and you can't move. You're sort of frozen in place, and you feel like the presence of this this spirit keeping you still. And you can either, if you want to, you can kind of force through and try and like break this. No, I guess you rolled a 6, so you're kind of like stuck.
uh-huh.
And at the moment,
All right, well, I'll stay stuck for
Yeah.
now.
yeah,
There are definitely worse ways to fail.
yeah.
Yep. Especially with bombs.
Oh, yeah.
All right. Who's all gone this round?
Just those two.
All right.
Hockey and Miles.
Is it a bad idea if I try to move
No.
the match onto the fuse?
Just
I think if
I would-
I'm
just
if
Oswald.
I'm like
Haki hasn't gone.
Next
if
to
I'm
it.
stuck,
Yeah.
I prefer you didn't, but you can do whatever you want.
Um,
My hit
My
points
first instinct.
Do
Yeah,
I
that's
think-
mine too, but
do
then
I
I
think
thought
if
that's
I hit
My hit points are
him,
always
like,
as
the guy
such that a
hard
bomb
enough
going
that I
wrong could kill
disrupt
me.
his freeze on Miles?
I mean, if you kill him, Miles probably won't be frozen.
Does he look like he might be close to dying?
He's a ghost. You can't tell.
That's true.
He's always
does
close
make
to
it
dying.
Yeah. He's always got.
Some might say
Yeah,
he's
how
closer
powerful could
to
this
death
guy
than
be?
life.
He died already. If
Um,
he was really that great, he'd like live on as a lich or some bullshit, you know?
It's kind of what he's doing.
I'm gonna punch him.
Okay, go for it.
Damn it.
uh-oh.
What is with that?
Punch a ghost.
That's a 10.
Ghost
10.
puncher.
Solid punch.
We'll see.
Oh yeah, we could be using our dice roller.
I'm gonna use that next time.
4, 5, 6, 7, plus 1 piercing.
All right. That is just barely enough to you punch at him and you feel like just his essence dissipate.
Ooh.
And you guys are you notice it like kind of disappears for a second and then kind of coalesces and then laughs, but then you see it look at somebody just as if there's somebody just standing off to your side and just screams, and then you see just light hit it, and it just vaporizes it.
Whoa, what the fuck happened there?
I think I might know.
I have a theory.
Your little spirit friend.
Yeah.
Oh, maybe.
He said he was,
Graldson?
yeah, he was gonna come try to get all these.
I guess
champions
that
really
is his goal, to like chase down
Yeah,
these
that is
champions
his
and he let
unfinished
go.
business, technically, right?
Yeah.
Awesome.
So you've destroyed this this champion of Athos, and he is now taken care of. At least this one is.
Do
So-
I
we
still
wanna
feel like
blow
you
the
should
throne?
bomb
So
the
as
throne.
I'm
Yeah.
suddenly unlike,
Yeah.
it's like, whew, okay, we win. And I go, and I light the fuse anyway. I'm like, all right, everybody run.
Scurry, 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 scurry.
So we should run.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You guys start to run and run and run and run, and you do notice the explosion. And like before, the explosion happens, and then a few seconds later, there's shaking as the entire structure of this palace begins to crumble.
Wait, that was a load-bearing throne.
Yes, it is. Yes, it is.
It
was
wouldn't
a
have
very
been if he hadn't put that
powerful-
one right
Guys,
in the middle.
we are doing the opening sequence to Final Fantasy VII right now.
Yeah.
We have just bombed the Mako reactor, and now we have a timer to get out.
Yeah, you guys have to start running and running, and you manage to get out just barely in time as you watch like the trail of like dust follow you out and whoosh, as you guys out and kind of jump, and you feel like a kind of bit of force send you flying a little bit further than you intended to jump, and you land in the street, and you see all of these ghouls and skeletons and undead Dre. They kind of look at you, but as the structure finally collapses, you see like them all just kind of start to collapse and fall dead. So it looks like you might have gotten rid of whatever was keeping.
Well, we solved the
Chitari.
undead problem.
Yeah.
One champion down.
Who knows how many more to go?
Not us, because we didn't see
Probs
them all
a bunch.
explode from the room that we released them
Shawn
from.
would know. He knows. So
Yeah, well, he's not here, is he?
no, guys, I didn't want to say this, but Sean's really into World of Warcraft, and the new expansion is actually pretty nice. And it's really,
Oh, great. We're never going to hear from him again.
That's why he's not here this week. He's just like so caught up
He's
in World
just
of
at
Warcraft.
home
yeah, he's
in
literally.
his underwear playing WoW.
He's doing the South Park thing where he just like bloats up and just like,
Yeah, he's got a bucket underneath him, and we don't want to talk about what's in it.
hotkey your shards of Illyrium.
So you guys work your way out of the city and travel over back to Silver Springs, where you meet up with Amara. She's like, so, how did things go?
We did it.
Yep, one down.
All right.
Well, who's the next one?
I'll have to. We'll get you information on that. Haki, thank you for assisting in this.
It was fun. A bunch of whippersnappers. And I slap irons on you. And I go, I'm gonna let you off the hook this time. You think I'm an idiot?
What?
There was a statue of you in the city of here.
Look,
You think I don't know what you look like?
all right, okay.
So none of us thought of that until just right now.
I don't
Hold
know.
on.
I don't know what you're talking about, but I've got papers, okay?
Yeah.
Official papers.
I just take the key to the irons and I leave. And you're like, see you around.
All right. Thanks, Haki. Bye.
Do
All right,
we?
Gideon.
Oh, I was about to ask. Do we still call you Miles? Okay.
I'm still gonna go by Miles whenever we're in company that's not us.
Yeah.
So you now have two iron shackles on.
Nice ones.
Yeah, very nice iron shackles holding your hands together.
I spend the night with like manipulating like this in my mouth and the tiniest bit of like my explosive clay.
Yeah.
And I solve the problem that way.
Okay. I'll have you roll.
Another finger.
roll.
He's gonna have no
What's the stuff
dexterity.
that doesn't
Just dexterity.
explode, but it just like starts to burn really, really hot?
7, 8, 9.
All right, you definitely get yourself out of it, but you have it heats the metal, and you now have like burns on. So you basically have gonna have permanent
burns.
shackle.
Love it.
On your-
Shackle marks.
on your hands.
Yes.
From now
That's
on.
just
I'm
gonna
so
fuel
into
your
that.
fight against the man further.
Yes.
Oh my God! I permanently
What a
have
metaphor.
the
A
marks of
reminder of fucking authority on your arms.
Yeah.
This is just, I am all about that. And I blow off I don't quite blow them off, but I singe my eyebrows.
Yeah.
in this thing.
I mean, I just assume at any given point you probably don't have eyebrows.
I probably have like maybe one at
Yeah.
any given time.
And a patchy beard. For
Well,
sure.
because I have goggles that I wear when I'm doing most of
Because
my
for safety.
yeah.
You don't want to burn out your eyes.
Right,
No,
you
I
need
need
your
my eyes.
Yeah.
You need your eyes.
And I need like
you say that like it was his choice to be blind. It wasn't.
I don't know his
Pitka's in the
past.
corner while there's a long conversation about how important eyes are.
Just a single tear.
I would say I need at least 6 fingers, so I have 2 to spare right now.
That's the number. That's the lowest you're
I
willing
mean,
to
well,
go.
thumbs though.
Thumbs are
At
pretty
least
key.
Things are
one.
key.
Yeah.
You know
Thumbs
what
are
I
pretty
mean?
key, yeah.
So you always gotta have
You
the 2
need at
thumbs.
least. You need at least this.
You need
Because
raptor
I think
claws.
I
Right.
mentioned it earlier, but when I first used my explosive gloves,
Alien hands.
Yeah.
I blew off these 2 fingers.
Like, was it just such an epic failure? Or
Well,
what happened?
no, because here's the funny thing: we started the game. After like a session, and I was like, "Oh yeah, a detail about me: I'm missing these 2 fingers."
Yeah.
It was, like,
Because I do
already
explosive
established.
stuff, and then we did a flashback episode, and because we had already leveled up, but it was a flashback, we decided like, well, you still have the things you gained from leveling up, so
Oh, that's
I
great.
had my explosive gloves, and I just failed on my first hit of them, and I was like, wait, can I blow off 2 of my fingers? And we're like, yes, origin story of missing the fingers.
It was
That's
great.
really great.
Normally prequels are garbage, but the origin story episodes have actually been pretty good.
Yeah, they worked. It was
That's
pretty
really
great.
fun.
So you guys now have you've defeated this next this horror from beyond. Maybe you'll do another one. I don't know. Sean, that's Sean's business, not mine. But has anyone gained enough experience to level up?
Well, I feel like I have an alignment that may be resolvable, and
Okay.
I'll kind of throw
Yeah,
it to
let's-
the table.
Yeah.
So my chaotic alignment is upset a relationship to see what happens.
Yeah.
And I kind of feel like trying to parlay
Yeah.
Cecilia out.
Yeah. You definitely. I would just definitely say you.
Oh
upset-
yeah, you upset your own relationship.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, I wasn't saying it was another one.
No,
I
it's
was like-
good.
Any other bonds?
I have a bond. I think Osvald knows incriminating details about me because Osvald knows my real identity.
Yeah.
And is like, if anyone is going to accidentally leak it somehow, I think it's Osvald. Right?
Yeah.
So.
Go ahead.
Okay. Got Pithka joins me in wishing to escape family. We talked about family finally. We did. talk
Hey,
about
that's good. We had
Yeah.
that little conversation.
Yeah, we did. So I get that.
Okay, I'm gonna say since now it's kind of apparent that like the law is after Gideon, and he's now been brought back from the dead, but all this kind of stuff. I think Gideon is unnerving but effective. At this point, is pretty true to.
Yeah, so I would say yeah, and then you guys can like talk to Sean about adding a new bond if you lost that one, and that can come up. And in chat, you can always donate if you're, I think, a Patreon backer to give these people bonds, which are really great in this show. You all get at least 1 experience for defeating.
Really?
Darga. Yeah.
Do you level
up. We've
That-
normally,
that
wait,
puts me
we've
at a
normally
level
just done,
2.
Like 3 at the end of the
Yeah,
session.
so you would
wanna
get like
just do
3.
that?
Yeah, 3.
Yeah. Okay.
That seems.
So it's usually loot, but do we get any loot? Because that's usually what one of the experience points
Yeah,
are.
one of the experiences is usually loot, and I
We
don't
don't.
think there was.
So we're
any.
getting 3.
We haven't done much with loot.
I would say you get 2.
Get 2? Okay.
Yeah.
Cool, so I'm going level 5.
All right. So anyone that leveled, do you know what you would take as your next move?
Okay, so I'm probably going to take charge. When I lead a charge into combat, those who follow take a +1 forward.
Not bad.
I'm going to take Soul's armor,
Ooh.
which, as long as I have 1 focus, I have 2 armor,
Not bad.
which is going to be helpful.
Yeah. Yeah. I don't get to do anything
Yeah.
fun.
Yeah, I'm gonna do that. I can't wait. I can't wait till I get to take explosive boots though,
Yeah.
because I'm gonna.
I'm rooting for that.
I can't wait till like the like 3 rounds where I'm just like, great. I use my explosive boots, one of my explosive gloves, and then I set off a bomb, and it's like, great, you're dead.
Yeah.
And I'm just like, oh, I killed myself.
Yeah, you just run, you detonate your things midair, get your bomb and your glove ready, and like land on a guy. It's like, yeah, you took him out. You're dead.
You died.
You have evaporated from Athos.
Yeah.
There's not even enough of you left to revive.
No.
All right. Guys, thank you so much for joining me on this game, and thank you to chat for paying attention and watching us. You can catch this show every Saturday, 12:30 here. Shawn normally runs it, and these yokels are usually there.
We're your Dark Sun darlings.
Dark Sun darlings.
Dark Sun, darling.
And you guys, I guess we can go around and tell people who you are and where they might be able to find you.
I'm Scott Root. You can find me on Twitter at Notably Scott if I ever tweet anything. You can also catch on the 2nd Saturday of the month
That's us.
the Money Pit sketch team if you're in Los Angeles, or you can check out our sketches online at the Nerdist School YouTube page, whatever that is. Use Google. You're smart. You found us on Twitch. You can find that.
My name is Jordan Pridgeon. You can check me out at Jordan Pidgeon on Twitter. I don't tweet very often, but I'm going to try and start more. You can also listen to me. I have a podcast called This American Lie with a few other really funny people. We've got a new one coming out very soon that we recorded on Tuesday in a studio, and it was really fun, and I think it's going to be a really good episode. So check that out. It's on iTunes and like Feedburner and other places podcasts are sold. Not sold, it's free. You can also check out, I run a production group called Senior Ditch Day. Check out youtube.com/Senior Ditch Day. We do a lot of comedy stuff. We've got some pilots and fun stuff that are coming out soon, but we also have a lot of sketches on there, and that's all just like fun to watch. I'm also part of the Money Pit with Scott. We perform the 2nd Saturday of the month at the Nerdist School stage if you're in LA, and if not, you can check out our work at the Nerdist School channel. Check out Big Butts. It's our most recent video. We just put it up.
We do like
Also,
big
just check out
butts.
big butts in general.
Check out Big Butts.
Yeah.
Well, Jordan used up all the plug time, so.
Plugs all up. No more plug.
My name is Max Crandall. You can find me on Instagram at WhoWantsCrandy. And come see me if you're in Los Angeles this Friday at the West Side Comedy Theater at midnight for First Date Live. We do a live show where we have 2 people go on a first date on stage, and then we improvise off of it. It's a very fun and very unnerving show. Check it out.
Hi, I'm Darrel Haynes. I'm on Twitter at Darrel Haynes, on Instagram at Darrel the Haynes.
Someone took it.
Yeah. Yeah, I know.
It's rude.
Rude. And tonight at 8 o'clock, my sketch team, if you're in the greater Los Angeles area, my sketch team, what is my sketch?
The Burp.
You're on the Burp.
Burps. I forgot. I blanked.
If you're in Inland Empire, fuck you.
But we're doing a show at the Nerdist
Orange
School.
County,
Yeah.
fuck off.
Yeah. Just the greatest greater Los Angeles.
Screw that.
And don't even come at us with that fucking Redondo Beach bullshit.
Yeah. But 8 o'clock, we're doing a sketch show, Jesus the Lost Years. What happened to Jesus between 13 and 30? We tell you tonight at 8 o'clock.
You have to have
On the Burp.
a back history of biblical studies to understand it all. But
I love it. I'm so down.
Excited.
And then my improv team Corvair on Sunday nights at Nerdist School. And also next Saturday, if you're in Seattle, my team, I'm on Blade Brown. We're performing at Seattle Sketch Fest at 9:30 at the Annex Theater. and I won't advertise my Twitch stuff because I won't be able to do it this week.
No tweety tweets for you.
Yeah.
Hi guys. It's me, Kelsey Osbourne. If you want to follow me on Twitter, you can. It's at Kelsey Kelsum. I tweet sometimes funny things, sometimes nerdy things, and sometimes it's just pictures of my puggle. So, if that's interesting.
I did not think that was where that was going.
Pictures
You
of
just
my
heard
puggle,
That puggle. Okay,
The puggle.
Good.
And then now I'm getting involved with some senior ditch day things, so should have some fun sketch stuff coming out soon. But other than that, Twitter.
And I'm Eric Reichert. You can always follow me on Instagram at Mostly Shit. You can check out my superior sketch team tonight at 8 as well.
No. The vanities are like the wet behind the ears new guys.
They barely crawled out of their like little puppy sacks.
They had one pity show where everybody showed up.
Mean as hell.
I don't even know what's happening.
It's just the old men, fighting against the new blood, trying to come in there. But we're killing it. So you can always
Age
check.
before beauty, goat cheese.
We can always check. Well, most of us are a lot older than any on your team. So I'm the oldest one in the goddamn room. So you guys can check that out. Our team, the Vanities, at the Nerd School, or my improv team, Saga, that plays Sundays at the Nerd School as well, or any other bullshit like my podcast, Just Cool Enough, at justcoolenough.com. But until next week, thank you guys so much for tuning in, and we will see you next time on Dark Sun with Dungeon World.
Bye, Chad.
Now yo, you rascals with the bellies full of pie, and listen to this tale of old where the heroes both beat high. Hey, the master of concealment and an adept at disguise, with years is when he's sinking fast his husband wants to lie. He's slain many a villain, be a dragon or wizard. He's looted chests of all the best of treasures he could find. He's the undefeated champion of adventure, war and passion, and he sings this song as he goes along with a fiddle and a pipe. The grass is green, the air is clean, a sweet lass by my side. The wrinkled bud is looking so as breeze are on behind. The world is full of monsters, well, but they ain't here at the time. So let your rocks propose a toast to these drunken friends of mine. A hero journeyed far and wide, but in riches, gold and magic, but he never found his true love song, and it made him sad and tired.
Mademoiselle Molly was walking, he was shot as he was singing.
And I made a fair from over there with a bow, and she was mine. She apologized profusely, said she thought he was a quarrel, and she carried him to the nearest inn, where she nursed him back to life. Well, they fell in love directly, and she married him that night. So the half they down, they cut me up for a song.